Hello, hello, girls and boys. How's it going? I am on time today. Not bad at all. Okay, let's see who all is here. It's ask me anything, not ask me. Maybe it is ask me anything. Who knows? Hey, Pravesh, how are you? Genuine mistake. Yes, of course, yeah. Well caught, Narsimha. Well caught. Can you guys hear me okay? Just let me know. Yeah. And then also let me know where all you're dialing in from. Let's see how many people are here. Background audio. Okay. All right. I'm good, sir. How are you? I'm also very good. Thank you very much. Sritam Dubey. Hello, sir. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Sue, too. My Akshay beard is good. Oh, thanks, man. Sunday, yaar. Sunday is head wash, beard wash day. So I thought, let's go as is. Show the real self. Rishikesh. Oh, ho. Pavan Dharti. Rishikesh. How's it going? झारखंड बढ़िया और कहां से हो गंगानगर राजस्थान प्रवेश ओके ओके दैट्स गुड सर हाउ इज आइडिया ऑफ रिजाइनिंग फर्स्ट बिकॉज ऑफ 9 पूछता हूं यार करते हैं विल जस्ट स्टार्ट गिव माय 2-3 minutes let's just see who all is joining in from which location then get your camera ready and we'll answer these questions as well सुमिलन सुमिलन झारखंड ओके समीर इंदौर अरे यार इंदौर में कभी नहीं आया समीर बट खाने का बहुत सुना है इंदौर का सो मे बी इफ आई गेट अ चांस आई विल डेफिनेटली कम टू इंदौर समडे बीटेक वाला अनिल इंदौर ओ अगेन इंदौर आर्योदय महाराष्ट्र वेयर इन महाराष्ट्र आर्योदय लेट मी नो चतुर्वेदी साहब नमस्कार एच लर्निंग किड्स हैदराबाद हेलो typo in title. I know, man. I know. It's okay. होता है. Today it is ask me anything. Let's see how this goes. Mumbai. Oh, okay. Good. पुष्कराज पुणे आ गया पुणे वाला बंदा एक तो good to see you guys. Jack Sparrow. Hi Jack. How's it going from Karachi, Pakistan? Good. Naveen Singh from Haryana and Dikshit from Bangalore. Hey Dikshit. Kalimullah from Pakistan. Hello. Zain Ali Khan. I'm from Hyderabad. Hello, Zain. Bangalore. Ovais. Hi, sir. Hi, Ovais. How are you? I'm also good, yeah. I'm good. Very good. All right. We've got a lot of people joining in from different places. Acha, let me put the invite link here and you guys can start joining in. Okay, I'll try and get as many people as possible in the StreamYard today. Okay, and I'll try and be quick, but let's try and talk to everybody today. Let's have that goal. Okay, Ozer from Hyderabad. Hi, Ozer. Okay, I've put the StreamYard link in the chat. If you guys can join in, like only condition, switch on your camera and let's start talking. Okay. Nayan Jyoti from Assam. Arey wah. Assam is nice. Love how you're helping anyone, Nayan Jyoti. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, let's get people in. Hey, Prabhu, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello, hello, sir. Am I audible?
Oh, yes, perfect.
Yeah. So, a basic introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Pravesh, and I'm a DevOps enthusiast. I joined last stream to get the experience of Savinder sir's live stream, and this time I did my homework and I have some question for him. So I have written down this question. So I'm going to dictate
Arre,
it, and I want sir to answer it. Okay. So
ठीक
I'm
है,
going
go
to
ahead.
list down some things that I did or doing every day. Please tell me if I'm missing something. My goal here is to get a DevOps job. I'm a fresher with non IT background. So I made my portfolio website, list down all my projects and Fiverr gig links and all my social. I have a basic portfolio website. I write four
Hmm.
to five blogs a month, showcasing my knowledge in different tools like AWS, Jenkins, Terraform, Linux, and all that on Hashnode, Medium, and Dev.to. I had created two gigs on Fiverr related to Docker and AWS cloud solution, but I just got one client till date. I read articles or blog of influential people related to DevOps tool and methodology to be updated with current trend. I make regular LinkedIn posts and tweets to share my learning in a way that is beneficial to the reader. If not regular, then once in 2 days. I recently updated my resume and will start applying for the role as a DevOps. I started my YouTube channel a month ago where I plan to post video related to my journey. So far, I have posted two videos about my Fiverr introduction and an Apache Kafka project. And I watched Savinder sir's video, I think, about personal brand. So I think I have a decent personal brand. Like when I search down my name on Google in incognito mode, I can see all my socials, including LinkedIn, my YouTube video, my GitHub, and all blogs, like all the three platform, Hashnode, Medium, and Dev.to. So I want sir to answer like, am I doing all these things right, or what more I can do to show more competence? And that's my first question. Like,
Okay. So, see, right now your goal is not to build a brand.
okay,
That will come later,
yeah,
right? Right now, your goal should be to get a job,
yes, sir.
right? It is to get a job, not
Yeah,
the job that you want.
okay.
It might come a little later, right? So, when did you pass out, Pravesh?
Sir, 2024, May 2024.
May. तो एक साल होने वाला almost.
Yes, sir, almost 8 years, sir.
हाँ, तो your only goal in life should be by hook or crook as fast as possible get a job,
Yes, sir.
right? Once you have something, might not be perfect, right? But once you have money coming in every month, your confidence will go much higher.
Okay,
Then
sir.
you spend 6 months, 1 year, whatever time at that, and take the next jump.
Okay.
So
So,
all this,
yeah,
all this personal brand gyan does not apply to you right now. वो बाद
okay.
की बात है,
Okay,
right?
sir. So, sir, my question is like to show competency, like I know stuff. That's why I write blogs and like make YouTube video. And the experience is like really great. Like the, uh, I uploaded my Apache Kafka video yesterday, and the experience was really great, like creating all the stuff. But like my primary goal is to get a DevOps job, and but the thing is, as I am a non-IT background student, does it affect if I show it on my online presence that I am a non-IT student? I come from a philosophy background.
Hmm.
So will it affect to majority of the company hiring?
It will, because it further raises questions.
Okay.
It is not to your advantage.
So, but I can mold it in some way that I am very adaptable. That I switch from like I came from a philosophy background, but I adapt to DevOps. And if you want me uh, to have a different role in the company, so I can like really learn. I can really fast learn new skills. It can show
But
this thing.
see, Parvesh, that is not the point today, right? The point today is not how fast can you learn. The point today is, do you know enough to get a first job,
Okay.
right? So what I'm saying is, the fact that you are from non-IT is not an advantage for you today.
Okay.
5 years, 10 years later, yes, when you're at a leadership position, then you saying I come from a philosophy background makes sense because it gives you a holistic personality.
Okay, sir.
Not today, right? So you can't hide that fact, but I'm saying don't put it upfront
Okay. So, sir,
because it
actually,
doesn't give
I
you an
like,
advantage.
yeah. So, sir, you actually use some quotation like in my website that I am bridging the critical gap from I am bridging the critical thinking and innovation gap from philosophy to DevOps. So, should I like remove these type of quotation like to highlight
It
my?
depends on you. It's your call. If you are happy with that, let it be. I will
Actually,
not.
I
It's
want
I
things
leave
to
it
be
to
my
you.
benefit.
Sorry.
I won't think to be at my advantage. So, will it be at my advantage if I do this?
It is at your advantage if you don't say in your second sentence, I am not from a computer science
Okay.
background. Don't say that
Okay.
unless somebody asks, because when you describe your education, you will have to say that I come from
Yes, sir.
philosophy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't say it upfront.
Okay.
It's a good quotation, it's a good conversation starter. Take it in that sense,
Okay, sir.
right? But just उसको थोड़ा sequence में नीचे ले आओ बस. That's all.
Okay. So I
Now,
need not to deliberately like say it.
correct.
Okay.
Because
So I
that
get
doesn't matter. What
yeah.
matters is, what do you know today? Do you know enough to be able to clear the technical round?
Okay.
What your
And I have a
background is, that's fine.
I got that part. Sir, I have a little question also. So,
Huh?
like, what are the platform from where I can like get to apply for fresher? I need to have. I want a remote job firstly. So, preferably from India or like from outside India or USA or UK kind of thing. So,
देख
what kind
मैंने
of
अभी वही
platform should I
बताया ना
use?
अभी मैंने वही बताया ना गोल इज नॉट टू गेट एन आइडियल रिमोट जॉब
Okay.
रिमोट को छोड़ दो
Check. Okay,
फर्स्ट
sir.
गेट अ जॉब
Okay.
then go get a good job. I always say, if you read my comments, you will always find this somewhere. Get a job, get a good job, get your dream job, then try a remote job.
Okay.
That is the sequence. If you don't have anything today, why are you waiting for a remote job? It is tough to get a remote job. It's not easy.
Okay.
See, do you stay at home?
Yes, sir. Actually, like after completing my education from Delhi, I came to
हाँ वो
my home.
दिख रहा है. Obviously, this is not a bachelor's house. This is
Yeah,
your house, your mom
yeah,
and dad's house, right?
yeah. Yes, sir.
So it is good that they are keeping you,
Hmm.
but let's not take advantage of it, right?
Yes, sir. I totally get it.
You have to make money and you have to add to the household income,
Yes, sir. I get that.
right? And it has to be as fast as possible.
So that's the goal,
So,
right?
so that's what I'm saying. Forget about a remote job right now.
Okay.
If you happen to get it, great. But that
Okay.
shouldn't be the target. The
Okay.
target should be to get a job. I would even say at this point, maybe even pause YouTube.
Okay.
Why, I'll tell you, because it is a lot of effort and energy to run a YouTube channel,
Yes, sir.
right?
I know that part too.
You've done one or two videos, you know
Yes, sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
So at this point, I would say focus your energy on blogs, LinkedIn. That is enough.
Okay.
Stop YouTube right now, because it is, don't do too many things. Do few things, do them well.
Okay, sir.
And the video that I put out 3-4 days back, that personal brand wala video, right?
Yes, sir.
Have a look at that, because in there I'm talking about, see, you just said you are doing what, um t- two hash node entries in a week, you said?
So it's just like I write 4 to 5 blogs on Hashnode once a month. Like
Once
about
a month?
yes, sir.
Once a
एक
week?
महीने में 4 से 5 ब्लॉग.
हाँ, तो once a week average, right?
Once a week, yeah.
Make that double.
Okay.
Make it twice a week. And I'm also writing another thing. I'll put out a video on this also, on what to write in the blog.
Mhm.
See, I've seen
That
a
would
lot
be
of
really
people.
insightful.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, my journey has started. I have learned this module in Python. Who gives a shit?
Yes, sir.
आपने 2 मॉड्यूल सीख लिए पाइथन के, क्या फर्क पड़ा? What you have to say is, this is what I was doing, this is the error that I got, this is how I fixed it, this is how I debugged it. That is of value.
Wow. Like we have to write it in a way that is beneficial for the reader.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or you say, if you're learning the basics of Python, these two are good blogs to read, this is a good video to see. That makes sense,
Yeah, I get that, sir.
right? Otherwise, I am learning Python and this week I will learn 2 modules. Are so what? How does it matter to you and me if I read that blog,
Yes, I
right?
get that part, sir.
You have to talk technical problems and just share the problems, and that you can only write if you've really faced a problem.
Sir, actually, I have an experience about that. Like
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, I got a message from one of my LinkedIn friend. His name is
Okay.
Suraj. So he was having some problem with EC2 instance. Like he was not able
Hmm.
to SSH into the instance. So
Okay.
like he gave me a call at 9:30 in the morning, and we like jump into the problem. After 15-20 minutes, we got to know about that it was some VPS misconfiguration, and we were trying
Hmm.
to run the instance in private subnet. So
Oh,
I
okay.
did like a good post about it. So like
Hmm.
it was a really good post, and people show their love to it. So I get that like we have to write post and stuff in a way that
Correct.
is beneficial to the reader.
Exactly. That is exactly the kind of post you should be putting up.
Yes, sir.
See, what is the goal of putting these posts? That 2 months later, right? If I am looking for a DevOps fresher, and if I see your profile, and if I see, okay, he's written this post about VPC networking, he's written this post about Linux, he's written this one about Jenkins, he's written this one about uh, harness, or let us say Helm charts, then I already know that you know all of these things, right? It is easier for me to take your interview, and I already have a positive impression about you. That's the point of doing all of this. It's not ज्ञान बांटना,
Yes, sir. I get that part.
वो नहीं है,
Hmm.
right? So what do you need to do? I think you need to decrease the different type of pange you have taken. Focus. I would recommend stop YouTube for a while, focus on LinkedIn and Hashnode, and increase the frequency, and put out more technical content as much as possible. And once in a while, also showcase your GitHub.
Yes, sir. Actually, if I like make projects on like the blogs I make, it is basically like practical projects. So I used to
Uh,
like host my projects on GitHub, and I like refer it to that. So people know that I post my code on GitHub.
good,
So
good.
that's
That's
what
good.
I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. Perfect. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Nothing, sir. It was like really good to be having.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks, yeah. All right. Bye.
Yes.
हाँ जी जैन,
हेलो सविंदर जी, कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया यार, बहुत बढ़िया. आप बताइए.
फर्स्ट ऑफ मैं तो ठीक हूँ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, द पावर ऑफ डिटॉक्स वीडियो, it was my comment. Thank you so much for looking into that as well. And we have started implementing at our home, and I can see the differences, to be honest. Being in the
Okay.
social media, occupied with all the stuffs, what we say as a garbage collector in the small piece of mind,
Hmm.
it's getting
Hmm.
very much disturbance. But after looking at that power of detox, it has personally it has helped me a lot, to be honest.
Okay.
And just want to appreciate you for like spreading this awareness. बोलते देखिए एक आप वो रूट्स को वर्क किए हैं. Everyone work on the trees, leaves, plants. You have worked on the ground roots, to be honest, and thank you so much
Thank you.
for that. To be honest, for the guidance, to be honest. And coming to my
Thank you.
background, I am based in Hyderabad. Earlier, I was in Canada. Since last 5 years, I'm in Canada. I've started my journey in 2017 with Accenture as a non-IT developer for 6 months. Then moved to the testing area. Then moved to the development. Since 3 years, I have worked here. And in
Hmm.
like just 1 month before COVID, in February 2020, I moved to Canada. There, I've started
Hmm.
working for the Bell company as a full stack developer. Since then, I'm continuing working, but unfortunately, last year I just need to resign because I just came on a holiday here. So, by
Okay.
seeing today's market situation, what your inspects, what should I work on? Just like giving my little bit description, as a full stack developer on the front end, I have worked on Angular and React, and on the back end, have a core competency on the ASP.NET C Sharp language. And coming to the databases, I have very well vast response on the SQL Server, on non-SQL Server like MongoDB. And that's it,
Hmm.
I would say. And little bit of DevOps, not that much, I would say.
Okay. So what's
Yeah,
your
that
question?
my question is like, where do you see this year job vacancies? Like, are we in a good shape this year? Because since last 2 years, the market, where I'm in Canada, right? I live in Toronto area. The market is totally devastated. The market is very much bad. And being
So
like you
are
are
you
experienced, you have. Sorry,
are you
please
in
go ahead.
Canada or Hyderabad now?
Right now, I'm in Hyderabad, India. I came on a vacation. Since last 2 months, I'm here.
But do you want the job in Hyderabad or Canada?
No, in Canada. I'll
So
be
you're
moving.
going
I'll be
back to
going.
Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your question
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
how's the
So
job
my
market?
question, yeah, actually, I'm a PR holder of Canada. I was in Canada
Okay,
since last 5 years. I came on a family
right.
vacation, like for a shorter trip here. So
Okay.
just want to know your insight because you saw all like your 40 years of career. You saw all the advancement, the recession, job sortings, inflows,
Hmm.
each and everything you saw. But this is as a newbie, I would say, just like having mere 8 years of experience hardly.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm just a little bit feared, like where the market is standing right now because we
Do
all
you
the
have a
Canadians
job
have.
right now?
No, I
Do
don't
you
have a
have a
job,
job?
right? No, I don't
Okay.
have a job.
So see, the market is not very good right now,
Okay.
especially in Canada.
Yeah, correct.
I have a bunch of friends there. It's not good, and especially with this whole political environment and the instability that your country is going through right now, who knows what the future will be? Who knows if you end up being another state of US? Is that really good? Is that bad? Nobody knows, right? And overall, if I was to put a generic statement, overall, the economies are not doing well today across the board, right? US,
Okay.
Europe, Asia, none of the economies are on a bull run right now. Right now,
Okay.
having said that, there is very little that you and me can do to improve the economy of a country, right? Those are factors which are much outside of our control, correct? So
Yeah,
what you can't control, there is no point worrying about it,
correct.
because what the American president will do, what the Canadian president will do, he will not come and ask you and me, right? So we have no control over it, right? Only one thing that we control: how technically good are we and how are we improving it.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello? Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
I
there
can
was
hear you.
a network disturbance at my end.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was saying,
sorry, there was a network
we,
disturbance at my end.
yeah, no
Yeah,
worries. So I was saying there is very little control on the world economy that you and me have. We have only control over one thing, which is how technically
exactly.
competent we are. And as we can focus on that, that will help you land the job. So what I would recommend
Exactly.
is, you're a full stack developer with 7-8 years experience. Start showcasing your work
Yeah,
in public. You might already
okay.
have a couple of projects. Strengthen your resume, strengthen your LinkedIn
Okay.
profile, and strengthen your work in
Okay.
public, so that if somebody is
Okay.
looking for a good full stack developer, they should be able to find you.
Okay. Gotcha.
And don't wait for the perfect job to appear in Canada,
Okay.
right? You might have an expectation that you have 8 years of experience, you need so much salary, this is the kind of role that I want to do. I would say, because you've had a break and you will have to start again, don't wait for perfection. Take
Okay.
whatever you're getting, work there 6 months, 1 year, then change again.
Okay.
Because see, the longer you stay without a job, the lesser the confidence.
Exactly.
Whether you accept it or not, I know for a
No, no, yeah.
fact,
Yeah, I'm totally
right?
aligned with your words.
So get whatever you're getting. घर पे दाल रोटी आनी शुरू हो गई ना तो कॉन्फिडेंस अपने आप आ जाएगा उसके
जी
बाद
हाँ।
मुर्गा भी आ जाएगा कल
जी, जी। जी, जी।
बटर बाद में डालेंगे कोई बात नहीं
जी, जी।
लेकिन शुरुआत करनी जरूरी है ना यार
जी, जी, बिल्कुल।
है ना
So
तो
actually, we all were having a thoughts like after the US elections, like maybe because the Canadian market somehow it's depend, especially the IT market somehow depend on the US. So we all
yeah
have a little bit of idea. Plus, we all thought that like, okay, one fine day after February or March, the market will get at least 50% of improvement. But as of now, still they are in a holiday mode or a vacation mode. I was like, okay, till February, it's a normal like in first quarter, it will be little
yeah
bit openings. But as for your experience, just need your guidance, sir, because yeah, we have provided already. But by seeing today's economy, it's like totally जैसा आप बोले जो भी दाल रोटी आ रही चला लेना चाहिए बात का बात देखा जाएगा
correct because see
जी
this this timing is very different the world has never had a president like Trump
एग्जैक्टली
right who knows what will happen tomorrow right so forget about all of that you
जी
focus on
ओके
what you can do and keep doing it better and better
ओके
because you never know when the economy will come back because the past experience is no longer relevant today
करेक्ट
had we had this conversation 2 years back I would have told you you know what Zen it's a cycle q1 is typically low picks up in q2 q3 is going to be better it happens every year those answers are not valid right now
करेक्ट
right god knows tomorrow this guy will say okay now you are 52nd state of us and everybody in Canada is thinking hey that's a great thing who
करेक्ट
knows he'll put this restriction that restriction it's unpredictable nobody can say with confidence right so forget about all of that you focus on only thing that you can control which is your effort
ओके
you can't sit and wait for the economy to improve because you don't know it could get worse than this फिर क्या करोगे
जी हाँ
right so focus on what you have to do which is increasing your technology knowledge putting out more content out there to make yourself visible and showcasing your projects that's the only thing
gotcha
you can do and grab the first job that you can get
okay
right depending on how many interviews you are giving now or when you go back see how well it is going but I would say don't aim for the ideal opportunity grab the first second one that you can get and start from there and build from there 3 months 6 months 1 year later change again it's fine
okay
okay
sure
that'll be my advice does that make
sure
sense
sure thank you so much
yeah
for your words thank you so
thanks sir
much
Cheers. हाँ जी ताहा
Hello, sir. How are you?
बहुत बढ़िया बताइए
It's a pleasure to be on your video. So, Surinder sir, I have so I'll just tell you a bit about my background. I have total of 12 years of experience in IT.
mm-hmm.
Currently in Pune right now. I've been in Pune for last 12 years, and
Okay.
I have all the mixed bag of experience of everything. I started actually with PHP development. I did PHP development for a few years. Then I joined so right now currently I'm a company called BMC Software.
Hmm.
So after 4 years of experience, I joined BMC, and there I worked on multiple technologies. I worked on uh, front end development, back end development. Uh, so and in multiple languages I have worked. After that, I joined another company where I also was working on multiple technologies, and yeah, I also got to working on DevOps. So from last 2 years, I was working on DevOps. It was it was so I'm back in BMC now. It's been only 1 month. So here in BMC right now, today, what I started working on is an AI/ML project. So we are basically creating a
Hmm.
chatbot for the reporting software. So what my question to you is that in my 12 years, I've actually worked on multiple technologies. So
Yeah.
one of the strengths of what I can tell about myself is that any new technologies I can adapt, and this is something also whoever the manager I worked with, they also knew. And anytime they say, let's say there's a crisis in another project, something has to be done quickly, I was moved. And because
Hmm.
of that, what has happened is that I've kind of become, jack of all trades. I
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
I worked on so many things, and yeah, now what's happening. So I mean, so far, what I can say is that the most amount of experience I have is with DevOps. I'm Kubernetes
Okay.
certified. I'm AWS certified. I have most experience there. But again, now after coming in BMC, uh, I'm working on an AI/ML software. So we are using OpenAI as a backend as an LLM, and I'm also finding this very very interesting, and I'm working on this. So basically, what my question to you is that in 12 years of experience, I haven't actually acquired depth in any single application or a domain
Hmm.
really.
Hmm.
So now after 12 years, I'm starting on a field which is again new to me, and I'm kind of competing with the people with the developers who have 1 or 2 years of experience. So what is your view
Yeah.
on this? Starting on a new technology after 12 years of experience, how does one make it work and survive in that?
Hmm. Good question. Okay. So, so let me ask you a broader question first, right?
Sure.
Do you want to become an architect sort of person, or do you want to be more hands on and an individual contributor? What is the kind of role that you want to have in the next 1, 2, 3 years? When you touch around 15 years, what do you want to be doing at that time?
um I'm good with the technology, and I'm good with being hands on any kind of software. So what I want to say is, again, you're right. I mean, I want to be in a position of an architect where I am the decision maker of how a software is going to be designed and how it's going to function. But also at the same time, stay also in the loop where I'm also aware of the new technologies, and also be involved to a degree that I'm not completely outdated. But yeah, I mean, I personally, what I can tell you is that I mean, I'm very good with hands on any new technology that's thrown at me. I'm good at it. But yeah, I see myself an architect, okay, in the next 5 years, where I want to be responsible and be a decision maker on how software is going to be designed. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm a
So,
hardcore technical person. You can say I'm a hardcore technical person who enjoys
hmm,
exploring new technologies and working on new things.
okay, perfect. Now, there are two ways to look at your experience so far. One is what you have said, that I don't have depth of that technology in any domain, which is fair to
Yeah,
say, right? But I would put
yeah,
a completely different spin for that, because the moment you say I don't have depth, then you are putting the last 12 years in question, right? It doesn't put you in a good
yeah,
position. So the
yeah.
way I would portray this experience is, I would say I've had the opportunity to work in different technology stacks over the last 12 years, which has given me a lot of width of technology. And because I like technology, I have myself gone ahead and developed the depth in that. Because I like doing hands on work, I have taken initiatives and developed my depth on that. So, as a result, today, after 12 years, not only have I width, I also have the depth in technology. And now I'm looking to move towards an architect position where I can leverage this width and this depth to my advantage to help my customers, and to be in a decision making position where I can help customers solve real world problems.
Sure, sure.
Right? That is how I would position your experience. Right now,
Okay.
to come
Okay.
to your earlier question of how do I stay relevant when youngsters are very smart and all that, I would say you have to tap into your width of experience, because maybe a youngster today with 3 years experience is much better in handling PyTorch. You are not, and you
Yeah.
can't beat him in that also. That should not be the goal. The goal should be to look at the bigger
Yeah.
picture and say, hey, this is what we are trying to solve. This has these 5 problems. You go solve this one, you go solve this one, you go solve this one. Let me solve the bigger problem and let me stitch all these pieces together. This is how a solution should work. This is how we structure the solution. Now each one go figure out.
Yeah.
Right? But in doing that,
Yeah. Makes
you
sense.
should enough understand so that these guys don't make a fool of yourself. That much you should know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Does
Yeah.
it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that would
Absolutely.
be
And
great.
thank you so much for your input. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No worry. Thank you. Bye. Hanji, Sandeep,
Thank you,
how
sir.
are you?
Hello. I'm good, sir.
Hanji, boliye.
Uh, so this is how it work. Like, I can ask you anything?
I'm available. I'm talking to
Okay.
you. Go shoot.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, like, I really appreciate your work. So whenever you drop something, I like on my Instagram or YouTube feed, I definitely watch that. It makes worth my time to watch that video. So
Thank you.
I joined this session. I have a little bit of कहते हैं skeptical हूँ क्या करना है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. So I have 7 years of experience in the back end.
ठीक है.
Mostly I started working in startups, like early stage startup where I'm building things from scratch. And ये पूरा 7 साल का एक्सपीरियंस उसी डोमेन में है. मतलब 3-4 स्टार्टअप्स के साथ काम करा, 2-3 साल काम करा है, फिर उसके बाद फेल हो जाता है काम, तो मूव टू अनदर वन. अब the problem in my career is like when I write my resume, so because it is the early stage startup, the scalability factor is not that good,
नहीं है.
the
ठीक है.
users आने में time लगता है, so
ठीक
which
है.
is very hard to put in my resume. And the
Correct.
second thing is I have worked on the everything, like not everything, basically डिजाइन डॉक्यूमेंट्स बनाना, टीम्स के साथ उस चीजों को डिवाइड करके बांटना, मतलब into break down into pieces so that development can happen easily, and including the deployment part, like क्या tech stack use करना है, कौन सी services use करनी है. I have experience with EC2, SQS, setting up ECS, repositories, ECR, S3s, everything.
ठीक है.
But in the end, ये सब चीजें अगर रेज्यूमे में डालता हूँ तो बहुत बड़ा बन जाता है.
Right.
अगर कोई स्क्रीन करता है, मतलब अगर मान लो अब मुझे किसी बड़ी कंपनी में ट्राई करना है, people there are of users, so how can I like approach that thing. And also अगर मुझे बाहर कहीं यूरोप में काम करना है या यूएस में अप्लाई करना है, तो अब पहली चीज अपने रिज्यूमे को कैसे डिफाइन करूं. मतलब मेरे कुछ दोस्त हैं, तो मैंने बात करी थी, तो दे सेड like in Germany, let's take the example of Germany, the resume structure is different. इंडिया में जैसे resume बनाते हैं वो वैसा वहां पर नहीं चलता है. Then to be honest, कहीं ना कहीं मुझे भी फील आती है कि शायद से चीजों को मैंने हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस सब पे है, लेकिन अभी मास्टरी मुझे किसी में नहीं करी मैंने.
हाँ.
तो वो
Okay.
एक कहीं ना कहीं अंदर फील रहता ही है शायद से एज अ डेवलपर की यार सब नहीं आता है. करा सब है लेकिन शायद से उतने डेप्थ पे नहीं आता है. तो इस चीज अभी मैं अपने करियर में यहाँ पर स्टक हूँ कि वेयर
ठीक.
शुड आई प्रोसीड. और एआई आ गया है अब, हार्डली लाइक बेयरली हम कोड लिखते हैं, सब चैट जीपीटी से होता है, फीचर डालो सब कोड आ जाता है. तो वो थोड़ा बहुत ट्विक करके अपन करते हैं, ठीक है. और दूसरी बात है फिर अब डेवऑप्स का भी है कि चलो ठीक है अब एआई आएगा तो डेवऑप्स बढ़ेगा ही ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए. तो अब मुझे बस थोड़ी सी उस चीज पे गाइडेंस चाहिए थी.
Okay. So where are you currently? Are you in India, outside India?
I'm currently in India, so I have a
You are
remote
in
job.
India.
Yeah.
You have a remote job. Okay.
Yeah.
But remote in India.
Yeah. No, it's a US based startup. So I work for a
Okay.
US company. Just
Okay.
the CEO and the founder, they are from US. Rest of the company is from India.
The rest of the team is in India. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Fair enough. And you currently employed somewhere. You are working with them, with
Yes.
the startup.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What is the goal? What do you want to do? Do you want to jump to another company? Do you want to go work for big tech? Or do you want to work outside India? Because these are separate goals with separate ways
Mhm.
of getting there.
Okay.
What's the
Okay.
goal?
So the goal is to first I want to work for a big company where like I can see like how the like millions of users are handled. And second is like I want to work outside India now.
Okay. So if you work for big tech, there are chances that from there also you can go outside India.
Hmm.
Right? Let's say
Yeah.
you end up working with the Microsoft or Google, you can
Yeah.
potentially make your way outside India from there also, and then
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. So if the goal is to work with either big tech
Hmm.
or larger scale enterprises, let's put it that way,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Because you worked
Let's
in
put it that
smaller
way.
companies, right?
Yeah.
So it might not be the Googles, Microsofts of the world. It could be the Accenture, Deloitte's, anything. The
Like
bigger
Hotstar,
enterprise.
like Hotstar,
Or
like they're working
kuch
very
bhi,
very scalable.
anything,
Yeah.
right? Scalable, bigger enterprises, right?
Correct.
So then, if that is the goal, then you have to figure out what your top three strengths are.
Hmm.
Now, from what I can see, your strength is your adaptability and your ability to define and put up a structure. So 0 to 1 is your strength.
Yeah.
No, so in a startup lingo, there is a 0 to 1 phase, there is a 1 to 100 phase, and there's a 100 to 10,000 phase.
Right.
So you are probably good at 0 to 1 and 1 to 100 maybe.
Hmm.
You haven't done a 100 to a 10,000 or 10,000 above. You haven't done that,
Yeah.
right? Which means that if a large enterprise is putting out a greenfield project, you will be good at that.
Hmm.
If they're doing any sorts of migrations, you will be good at that.
Hmm.
So, for example, on premise to cloud migration ho raha hai, you'll probably be good at that area because, in a sense, it's a greenfield. In
Yeah.
a sense, it's a small startup which is going there,
Hmm.
right? So, that's how you have to pivot your experiences.
Hmm.
So, whatever you have done in the last 10 years, 7, 8
Hmm.
years,
7 years.
I would say make a list of your projects 1 to 10
Mhm. Okay.
and have a 2-line summary against them.
Hmm.
Okay, this is your pre-work done. So put an Excel sheet, project 1, 2, 3, 4, project 10. This is my 2-line summary of what I have done there. Just 3 lines. Then
Hmm.
think that if you were working for a large enterprise, how will this experience map to a large enterprise? कि
Got it.
large enterprise में कौन सा ऐसा काम होगा जो इसको मैच करेगा?
Hmm.
Right? So for example, um, cloud migrations, maybe code migrations from legacy to a modern stack, you will know how to do it.
Hmm.
Maybe if you're, have you done work on the infrastructure side as well?
Yeah.
So then landing zone setup, I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm not familiar with the term landing some
Okay,
setups.
so basically you list down your projects and then
Yeah.
you think in a larger enterprise what kind of work will map to this.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then you focus on this column now. What is the larger enterprise work? And then you
Hmm.
start pivoting your resume a little bit, saying, I've done
Mm.
this maps to this role. So
Got
I'm
it.
not saying switch your resume. I'm saying make it easier for the interviewer to understand बिकॉज हर इंटरव्यू करने वाले को उतनी अक्ल नहीं है, उसके पास उतना टाइम नहीं है.
Exactly.
राइट, इट्स
Right.
ऑनेस्ट, दी जस्ट हैज हाफ एन आवर. उसने आपका रिज्यूमे पहले पढ़ा भी नहीं है कभी, वो आधे घंटे में उसने इंटरव्यू लेनी है.
Right.
तो मेक इट इजी फॉर हिम और हर एंड से ओके, आई हैव डन दिस. These are the two things it matches to in a large enterprise.
Hmm.
So that is
Right.
one exercise that you should do.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
The second exercise which you should do is you should pick up scenarios from your past experience and create stories in your head.
Mm-hmm.
You should have 3 solid stories. Stories मतलब ये प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था, मैंने ऐसे सॉल्व किया, सॉल्व करते टाइम ये चैलेंज आया, ऐसे सॉल्व किया उसको और उसका ये रिजल्ट आया. This is a full storyline. You should have
Got
3-4 such stories. And all you do in a resume, in a interview is, वो पहले जोक था ना कि मुझे जो एसे है वो तो माई फादर का ही आता है ना, तुम खुद ही पूछ लो, मैं आऊंगा माई फादर पे ही, है ना. सो इट इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट. ये 3 मेरी स्टोरी है, तो सवाल कोई भी पूछ ले, मैंने घुमा के स्टोरी पे लाके बताना है तुमको. बट वो स्टोरी सॉलिड है क्योंकि वहां आपने काम किया है. Right? So
Yes,
whatever is
that's
the
true.
question, you try and bring it back to your story and say,
Story.
you know what? It's a great question. For this company, I did this and blah, 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 blah.
That makes sense.
That's how you structure your resume. That's how you give an interview. Does it make sense?
Fine. Totally.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, an interview is a process where you are trying to answer a question almost as good as the knowledge of the interviewer. That's it.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what it is. Right?
And also one other question, like, is that these certifications, like AWS solution architect, will that actually help?
So, if you had asked me this question 2 months back, I probably would have said they will help, because those are easy ways to showcase expertise.
Yeah.
But in your case, with 8 years of experience, probably not. Because now you shouldn't need a certification to prove value. Your work should prove value more.
Right.
That's one. And the second thing is, of late, I have heard a lot of people say, हमने बड़े सर्टिफिकेट वाले देख लिए, उनको कुछ नहीं आता, एक्चुअल काम दिखाओ.
That's true.
So that is the new thing which I've been hearing for the last 2 months. So I don't know if it is a shift happening or what, but at 7-8 years experience, you have to showcase work more than a certification. If this question is asked by a 1 year or a fresher guy, my answer would be yes, a certification will help you.
Okay.
Maybe not.
And one
for
last,
you.
and just one last question. So since like these AI tools like ChatGPT, Docker, and everything, so when you ask them to design a system designing to them, right? So the person, the developer or the person who has experience of roughly, I would say like 4 or 5 years of experience, they can understand those things and they can
Correct.
use the GPT knowledge to build a actually very scalable system design systems, right? So because of those things, is there any change, or or there will be any change in terms of hiring like experienced people nowadays?
So the honest answer is nobody knows.
Yeah,
Because tomorrow something else comes, it changes everything in 1 week. Right?
that's true. Yeah.
So the way I would look at it is, you will read a lot of article which says, we have stopped hiring, we are now not hiring, or we have decreased hiring. You will hear all of that.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? But one way is to read that and get depressed and say, Sala kuch nahi hone wala hamara. That's one way to live. But that goes into depression very fast.
Very
Right?
fast. Right.
The other way is to leverage all of this and make yourself more productive.
Yeah.
Because you can't shut down your ears and say, nahi, nahi, AI exist nahi karta. That is stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we have to learn. So the guy who knows these tools, he or she will be better than the ones who doesn't know this. So keep your eyes and ears open, and you
Mm-hmm.
also use, everybody else is using, you also use, and
Yeah.
use your experience on top of this.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Uh, because every company nowadays they are like have their enterprise version, but use it.
Correct.
Even my company is like, use it, use as
Correct.
much you can. So I
Correct.
just want to know your perspective on what's your take.
See, you have to leverage them and make
Yeah.
yourself more productive.
Mm-hmm.
But at least as of today, the statement is that over dependence on AI, any AI tool is not good.
Not good.
But that statement could change in 2 months, because that's
Mm.
how fast they are getting better. Right? And
Right.
at the end of the day, you and me are sitting in India, in a tier 1, tier 2 country. We are not sitting in Santa Clara or California. तो हमारी लाइफ में इम्पैक्ट आने में टाइम लगेगा.
Like,
That's the good part.
yeah.
So relax. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
okay. We'll figure it out.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thanks, Sandeep. Bye. Okay. Gagya Goyal. Is that correct?
No, it's Yagya.
Sorry. Sorry,
I,
Yagya Goyal. Sorry. Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Yagya.
I
Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I quickly joined. I saw your message on LinkedIn. तो मैं
Okay.
जल्दी से आ गया. Traveling by the way,
हाँ.
but yeah, it's fine. तो एक्चुअली मैं थर्ड ईयर स्टूडेंट हूँ अभी बीसीए में और
Hmm.
I'm a SD at a Dardoc. That's a Dubai based company.
Okay.
So हाँ तो so by the way I want to thank you for all your videos. They actually helped a lot. वो productivity वाली तो बहुत ज़्यादा help करी थी मेरे को manage करने में मेरा
Thank you.
life typically. तो तो एक्चुअली मेरे क्वेश्चंस स्टार्ट होता है पहले हैश नोड वाली थिंग से. तो
हाँ.
when I posted on Hashnote, right, about my big insight, as you told, right, मैं overwhelmed feel करता हूँ कि what should I post, मैं क्या post करूँ और लोग मेरे even Hashnote blog को क्यों ही देखेंगे, why they want to see my weekly progress. And मैं GitHub पे बहुत active हूँ, I do stuff and create projects etc. but मेरे को Hashnote पर पोस्ट करने में आई फील इट कि मैं ऐसा क्या पोस्ट करूँ कि लोग क्यों ही देखेंगे मतलब टिपिकली. तो
Sure.
आई थिंक
Correct.
दिस. तो मेरा
It's a fair
क्वेश्चन
question. Hmm.
तो
हाँ.
मेरा
Go ahead.
पहला
Go ahead.
क्वेश्चन. सो हाँ तो सेकेंडली मेरे को मेडिटेशन के बारे में पूछना था. तो मैं आपको जैसे बताया कि मैं कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हूँ तो आई
So
लिव इन
let's go one by one. Let's go one by one.
श्योर
Okay.
श्योर.
So first
या
question. कि हैश नोट पे मैं क्या ही पोस्ट करूं और लोग मेरे पोस्ट क्यों ही पढ़ेंगे. Right?
यप
So this is
यप
something called imposter syndrome. Okay. Imposter means, do you know what imposter means?
या
क्या मतलब है imposter
समवन
का?
मतलब एक ग्रुप में से someone who is trying to be other, मतलब जो
Be
अलग है
someone else.
पूरे ग्रुप से.
Correct?
या
Right. Which means, uh, how can I be someone else who is so knowledgeable and so awesome that this blog will get 100 comments or 2000 likes? Right? And that is a problem which happens with everyone, including me. Whenever I write a video or even if I shoot a video, this thought comes at least once. कि यार इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, ये तो सबको ही पता है, ये क्यों बना रहा हूं मैं. Right? But the way I think about it is that I am putting my experience in a video or in an article or in a blog. I am not writing this to impress 1,000 people. I'm sharing what I know to the best of my ability. And even in the whole wide world, if one person makes sense of this, doesn't even thank me, doesn't even acknowledge it, but reads it and finds value, my job is done.
I get it.
Right? So I'm not writing to get likes or to get acknowledgement or anything. I'm writing it because there is something that I know and I want to
Mhm.
share it with others.
Yep.
Because when I write something, it gives me clarity of thought. And if
Mhm.
it can help one person somewhere in the world, my job is done.
Okay.
That person might acknowledge it, might not acknowledge it. I might even never know that somebody read it and got value.
Mhm.
I don't know. But I write it because it is fun, it is a cool thing to do, and I'm sharing my knowledge. If I get reciprocation, that's great. If I don't, doesn't matter because I'm not sharing it for that anyways.
Yep.
So that's the thought process. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense totally.
Yeah. And the
Yep.
other thing is, as you write more, you should get better at writing also. Right? So it's not a mental dump. It's not that. So you write 5-10 blogs, then you look at other blogs which are getting good traction. You see वो कैसा
Mhm.
लिख रहे हैं, मैं कैसा लिख रहा हूँ, उसने ऐसा क्या लिखा कि वो traction आ रहा है, उस
Mhm.
subject में मैं कुछ लिख सकता हूँ क्या. So you're improving every time. You're adding value every time.
I get
Okay.
it.
I'll give you a simple experiment. You go to my channel, you look at a video 2 years back, look at the
Okay.
quality content of that video, then look at another video 6 months later. Every 6 months, you just pick up one video and watch. You
Mhm.
will see improvement,
Okay.
right?
I
So,
see.
what you write
Yep.
today, from what you write 4 months later to 6 months later to the next year, there should be an improvement. As long
I
as
get
there
it.
is an improvement, that means you are writing better and automatically the people will come. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. I get
Okay,
it.
does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Abhi, what's the
yeah,
next question?
it was related to meditation. So, I saw your videos, a lot of them.
Hmm.
तो मैं भी I wanted to start meditating, but I'm a
Hmm.
college student, I live alone.
Hmm.
एंड एक दो दिन आई स्टार्ट, बट फिर आलस आ जाता है और फिर कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं दिखता, तो आई फील कि ओ लाइक लेट्स मतलब टाइम इन्वेस्ट करने का मन नहीं करता उधर, तो इट्स दिस
ठीक
वे,
है.
तो आई डोंट नो हाउ टू स्टार्ट, तो टिपिकली माई क्वेश्चन रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड दैट.
So, what kind of meditation did you do? What did you do?
So actually, you told for 10-minute session type of a meditation. So I
Hmm.
started a video on YouTube, which
Hmm.
was a guided meditation. So
ठीक है.
I actually followed him. Like I did it twice or thrice. So after that, I stopped doing it because I felt like मतलब आलस ही आ जाता है. Typically, it's just laziness, I feel. और मैं
Hmm.
अकेला हूँ तो I don't feel that way. So what do you think would be the nicest suggestion?
So, firstly, what is your expectation? क्या होना चाहिए इसके बाद?
मतलब आई फील कि थोड़ा क्लैरिटी आना चाहिए, और मतलब और ज़्यादा द स्ट्रेस व्हिच आई फील, वो यू नो इट शुड काम डाउन एक्सेट्रा. तो आई फील दैट वे
So,
कि ये होना चाहिए.
okay. And okay, try one thing. See, अकेला हूँ is actually an advantage
ओके.
because अकेला हूँ, I'm assuming you are the only one in your room. That's what you're saying.
यप यप.
है ना? So, there is no disturbance, which is a good thing. So, what you should try is when you're sleeping, just before you sleep,
ओके.
right? Put on your phone pay, put a guided meditation, and go to sleep.
ओके.
Okay. And you might not even hear everything that he or she is saying. Somewhere midway, you will go to sleep.
यप.
It doesn't matter. Then keep a pen and a diary next to your bed.
Okay.
If you get a dream and if you wake up at night to go to the washroom, try and remember kya chal raha tha and write it down.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to decode your brain. What the hell goes on in my brain at night?
Mm-hmm.
And with meditation it will surface up. If you have worries, they will come up. They will come up as different things. You might see animals, you might see struggles, you might see a scene from a movie or a web series that you've seen that might play back again.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you've written it down, you have to decode it कि इसका क्या मतलब है, क्या हो रहा था ये,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
It's slightly tough, but try it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that will
Let me try it.
help you understand yourself
Okay.
कि मेरे दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है अभी. अभी क्या है, you know, I'm a little bit stressed of this and that,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't decode your own brain on what is going on,
Yep.
right? And when you're sleeping at night, that is when your own instincts are lower, your hidden things come up.
Okay.
So do some sort of meditation, keep a diary, write down, and then when we do this
Mm-hmm.
live again in 2 weeks, come up and share what you have seen. See what you
Sure.
can decode. Let's see.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
ठीक है. और
Also, yeah.
नहीं, हाँ रोज नहीं हो रहा है तो नो बिग डील यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. There is no syllabus that
Mm-hmm.
you have to complete,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
If sometimes you want to do it, do it. If you don't have it, don't do it. No big deal. Don't take this should not be the reason for another stress.
Okay. I get it.
ठीक है. हाँ.
Yep. So एक और चीज था, actually I wanted to switch to DevOps role. Like I'm
Okay.
currently an SD, so I am working on learning Golang along with and I'm preparing for an AWS cert. So what do you think would be the rightest path? Should I just focus on Golang and just DevOps things, or certificates is must for me? I guess you answered it in the previous uh,
Yeah.
chat with the other person, but yeah, I guess this was also my question. So yeah,
Why do you want to switch to DevOps?
I actually I was intern previously at a company. So it's a small startup. So I need to manage the DevOps side of their infrastructure. And they were it was a pretty basic structure. They had a network, Docker network, and they deployed all their microservices there. And I need to manage that Linux machine and look into it. I not gonna lie, I pretty enjoyed it. Doing that,
Okay.
like managing all the services and monitoring it. So that's why I thought of switching to DevOps role.
Okay. So see, certification will definitely help, but more than that, you should showcase your work also. And because
Okay.
you're already in the third year, you have this experience, right? So
Mm-hmm.
start putting up content in public, start writing in public, start building up your portfolio, so that by the time you pass out, you would have already cracked a job. You would already have some offers,
Yep.
right? So Golang definitely is a good thing to learn because a lot of DevOps tools are written in Golang.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good idea to learn Golang. It will give you an edge. Uh, one cloud certification, definitely good. Maybe Kubernetes certification, also very helpful. So
Okay.
all I'm saying is certification is good to have, not a must to have. If you can showcase work versus certification, work is much better.
Mm-hmm.
If you can show me GitHub profile versus a certification, GitHub profile is much better. But if you don't have that, then a certification is okay.
Okay. Get it.
Does it answer the question?
Yep, it does. Also, yeah, that would be my last question. So actually, I'm pretty shy. So I try approaching people. In my college too, I don't talk to much people, but I try approaching people, and I couldn't speak to them. And you said to to build a personal brand, you need to attend meet sessions, workshops, etc., and be a speaker there. So, what do you think would
Hmm.
be a good way to start for me to have? I actually attended some workshops, but I felt pretty, shy to even ask a question. So it is this way.
That's fine. That's okay. So for the workshop that you attended, was there something which the speaker said which you liked, or some topic or something which you really appreciated कि हाँ यार ये अच्छा बताया? कुछ था एक दो चीजें
Um,
ऐसी?
So it was about this development only, the API development. He was telling how we can improve the speed of the API. So I liked how he told about browser. We can use headers to cache,
Hmm.
the data which is already been sent in the browser using that header. So it's one of the point which I still remember and I liked.
Fair. So then the way to do it is, after the speaker is done with the session, typically a lot
Mhm.
of people approach at that time,
Yep.
right? Because everybody wants to talk to the speaker. Don't go at that time, because you'll feel
Okay.
shy and you'll see बहुत सारे लोग हैं, अब मैं क्या बोलूं? So stay away.
Right.
It's fine.
Okay.
Later on, when there is a lunch going on, when there is a tea break happening, or there is
Mm-hmm.
some boring session going on which you don't want to attend, come outside, you see the guy moving somewhere, then go up and say, hey, I was there in your
Okay.
session. I really liked this point and this point. I really like that,
Mm-hmm.
because this is the work I'm doing and it makes sense. Give examples.
Okay.
And you say, if you don't mind, is it okay if I connect with you on LinkedIn, and I would like to stay in touch with you? That's it.
Okay. Okay.
And then
Okay.
immediately send him or her a LinkedIn request, put up a post on
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn, say, I attended this guy's workshop. These 2 points were great because of this reason, and tag that guy. हो गया
Okay.
network. Fair. If the person is active on LinkedIn, whenever he's posting, same thing. If you likes
Mhm.
whatever he or she is posting, make a valuable comment. Just don't say, great point, I love it. That is not
Mhm.
useful. You say, hey, this
Yeah.
is good because of this, it solved this problem, or it helps me to think better, or this is how I can apply this.
Mhm.
Add value to that comment.
Okay.
That's how you
Okay.
create. You don't have to go and talk every time. You can just talk once
Mhm.
and then take that
Mhm.
conversation offline on LinkedIn. That is good enough.
Okay, I get it.
ठीक है?
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
if you have things like a Toastmasters in your college, join that. Oops. All right. Amarnath?
Hi sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Camera on कर
Uh,
यार.
हाँ कर रहा हूँ. हाँ
हाँ
दिख
जी.
रहा हूँ मैं.
अरे बढ़िया दिख रहा है.
हाँ सर, तो मैं
आपका
अभी
कमरा मेरी शर्ट से मैच कर रहा.
मैं गांव में हूँ, ओडिशा से.
अच्छा. अरे बढ़िया. हाँ जी, बोलिए.
सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपसे लाइक यूट्यूब चैनल आपका मुझे अचानक में मैं स्मार्ट टीवी से यूट्यूब पे ये अपना डेवऑप्स के कंटेंट्स देख रहा था, तो अचानक में आपका एक वीडियो आ गया रिकमेंडेशन में कि डोंट डू दिस डेवऑप्स.
हाँ.
सो दैट रियली अंदर से कुछ ऐसा लगा कि कुछ तो नया लग रहा है, ऐसा कुछ हो
हाँ.
सकता है कि मैं जो कर रहा हूँ वो गलत होगा, एंड लेट्स सी व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू से.
हाँ.
तो देखा तो सही लगा, लाइक
ओके.
nobody else defined DevOps the way you described that part.
हम्म.
तो अभी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम वर्किंग रिमोटली फॉर अ यूएस कंपनी वर्किंग इन इंडिया. सो अभी मेरा
हम्म.
एक कंफ्यूजन है कि मैं काम सही में रिमोटली कर रहा हूँ या क्या कर रहा हूँ. तो एक्चुअली कंपनी एक है, एंड
हम्म.
लाइक पेरेंट कंपनी है, एंड एक जो मेरा मैनेजर है उनके नाम पे भी एक कंपनी है, वो एक है.
ठीक है.
देन पेरोल फिर एक दूसरे कंपनी का है. सो आई डोंट नो
हाँ.
कि वो मैं किस कंपनी के लिए, लाइक व्हाट इज द टाइप ऑफ जॉब आई एम डूइंग, आई एम वर्किंग रिमोटली, बट वो काइंड ऑफ क्या है, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन मेरा वो है।
ठीक है।
उसके बाद है मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है, मोस्टली आई हैव 4 to 5 years of experience, mostly in Linux and Windows. I come with a low level, like desktop level का बैकग्राउंड है मेरा। हार्डवेयर से मैंने स्टार्ट किया है। हार्डवेयर में पहले हार्डवेयर एंड नेटवर्किंग का करता था काम में पहले। उसके बाद मैंने धीरे धीरे मैं लिनक्स में आया, लिनक्स विंडोज़ में आया। देन उसके बाद मुझे पुश किया गया दिस वेब सर्वर्स, देन व्हाटएवर सॉफ्टवेयर जो ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर्स होते हैं वो लिनक्स में जो इंस्टॉल्स करते हैं वो यूज़ करना, उसको कैसे कनेक्ट करना टू ईच अदर टू कम्युनिकेट, एंड हाउ द ऑल द आर्किटेक्चर वर्क्स। देन धीरे धीरे मैं वर्चुअलाइजेशन में आया। रैक सर्वर्स
ओके।
के साथ मेरा इंटरेक्शन हुआ। रैक सर्वर्स में भी नेटवर्किंग, नैस, देन 10G स्विच, वो सब नेटवर्किंग के जितने भी कंपोनेंट्स है उसके साथ मेरा हुआ। देन उसके बाद मेरे साथ फिर डेवऑप्स का भी मुझे ये मिला कि मेरे जो प्रोजेक्ट्स थे उसको मुझे डॉकराइज करना था। तो वो टाइम पे क्या हुआ, हम जब उस पर काम कर रहे थे तो मैं प्रिटी मच मतलब इमेजेस तक बना दिया था, बट कोरोना के टाइम पे देन चला
ओके।
गया।
ओके।
फिर उसके बाद एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला, आई थिंक 4 to 5 months में घर पे बैठा था एंड स्किल्स, मतलब मेरा फंडामेंटल्स को मैं राइट कर रहा था बराबर से। समवेयर आई वाज फीलिंग दैट मैं कहीं पे तो डाउन हो गया हूँ। तो मैं सोचा कि बेसिक्स और अच्छे से क्लियर कर लेते, आगे काम आएगा। एंड ऑल्सो मेरा
ओके।
ग्रेजुएशन वो टाइम पे नहीं हुआ था। तो whenever I was giving interview, they was telling that नहीं इतना नहीं चलेगा, we need at least graduation to be completed.
या।
तो most of the interviews I failed over there only. तो
ओके।
वो मैंने क्लियर किया एंड एट दैट टाइम ओनली वो मेरा चल रहा था, लास्ट ईयर ही चल रहा था। तो वो टाइम पे मुझे एक मिल गया, यही रिमोट जॉब ही था।
ओके।
तो उन लोग ने, उनका जो रिक्वायरमेंट था वो मेरे साथ मैच कर रहा था। एडिंग डेवऑप्स के मैंने जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स किए थे वो ऐड ऑन हो गए उनके लिए। तो उन्होंने बोला ठीक है,
ओके।
हम आपको क्लाउड के लिए भी अप्रोच करेंगे प्लस आईटी सपोर्ट के लिए भी रखेंगे।
आपका
तो वो,
क्वेश्चन क्या है? क्वेश्चन क्या है?
हाँ, क्वेश्चन ये है कि स्टिल आई फील दैट समवेयर माय बेसिक्स आर नॉट क्लियर, और मैंने इतने सारे टूल्स पे काम किया है फिर भी लाइक आई फील दैट कहीं पे तो लैग हो रहा है या मैं उनको कनेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। लाइक एक डेवऑप्स का कैसा पाइपलाइन होता है, एक आर्किटेक्चर हम बनाते हैं, लाइक वो एक के बाद एक कैसा आता है। लाइक आई डोंट वांट समवन एल्स टू टेल मी दैट आप ऐसा काम करो, ये इसको इसके साथ कनेक्ट करो, ये इसके साथ करो। आई शुड बी द वन who will tell him that this is the process, this is the diagram,
अंडरस्टूड।
this is how it should go, ऐसा जाना चाहिए। तो
ओके,
आई
फेयर।
हैव द
ओके,
नॉलेज ऑफ एवरीथिंग, बट वहाँ पे बाद में
अंडरस्टूड। Understood. Okay.
फंस
So
जाता
let's
हूँ
go
मैं।
one by one. So firstly, I'll give you the definition of a remote job.
ओके।
A remote job by definition is when your company which has hired you is based outside of India. Number one. Number two, you get paid in a different currency than INR.
ओके।
Your salary structure is decided in a different currency.
ओके।
Right? That is a remote job.
ओके।
Everything else is work from home.
ठीक है।
ठीक है, अभी टू आंसर योर सेकंड क्वेश्चन, यू शुड गूगल फॉर DevOps reference architecture. Do you know this
ओके।
company called Sonatype? ये
सोनार क्यूब का।
आर्टिफैक्ट्री वाला है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, सोनार क्यूब।
आर्टिफैक्ट्री का मैन्युफैक्चर कंपनी है, सॉरी
हम्म।
नेक्सस का कंपनी है सोनाटाइप।
हम्म।
ओके, सो सोनाटाइप का DevOps रेफरेंस आर्किटेक्चर्स पब्लिश होते थे। अभी नहीं होते
ओके।
हैं, 3-4 साल पहले तक होते थे।
हम्म।
तो उसमें वो बहुत सारे कंपनीज के डेवऑप्स रेफरेंस आर्किटेक्चर बताते हैं. इट्स अ
ओके।
पीडीएफ. It will say how DevOps is implemented in this division of GE, in Bosch, in this company, in that company. So you'll find 15, 20 different reference architectures in there,
ओके।
which will give you this end-to-end flow.
ओके।
Okay, when you see 15, 20 examples, then you can see, acha, this one connects to this because of this. Acha, this is how the flow is working, and you get 15, 20 variations. Then you can use that and design your own.
ओके।
Okay, so look up that from Sonatype DevOps reference architectures. PDFs हैं वो मिल जाएंगे आपको ऑनलाइन. ठीक है, that
और
will
एक
give you exam.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, as I told you earlier also, like if I say for example like Jenkins, deeply knowledge नहीं है उसका, for example,
Hmm. Hmm.
that tool, and there are many others like डॉकर में भी मैं ज़्यादा डीप में नहीं गया हूँ, जितना लगा था मुझे मैंने उतना ही किया है. देन
Okay.
नेक्स्ट गो टू कुबरनेटिस, देन मॉनिटरिंग टूल्स, ऐसा कुछ हो, ये सब जो है जो भी डेवऑप्स के प्रोसेस में आता है,
Hmm.
उसके लिए मैं लाइक डीपली जाना ज़रूरी है या हैंड्स ऑन या हाई लेवल में ही ठीक है?
So see, आप हर चीज के डेप्थ में नहीं जा सकते. जो जब जरूरत आएगी तो डेप्थ में चले जाना. नहीं
ओके।
तो इतना डूब जाओगे कि बाहर नहीं आओगे. क्योंकि इतना कुछ है.
ओके।
राइट. तो जो जहां यूज हो रहा है उसको ढंग से समझ लो और उसको इम्प्रूव करो. नया टूल लेके आओ, उसको पढ़ लो. दैट इज गुड
ओके।
इनफ. दैट्स अ गुड अप्रोच.
ओके। एंड ओके, एंड देन पोस्ट एंड ऑल तो चालू ही है लिंक्डइन पे, वो आपने जैसा
ओके,
बताया था, हैश नोड एंड दिस लिंक्डइन. एनीवेज,
ठीक है.
थैंक यू सविंदर सर,
गुड.
थैंक यू वेरी
थैंक्स
मच.
अमन. ऑल राइट, रोहित, गो अहेड प्लीज.
हाय एसवीएस, रोहित दिस साइड. मैं आपको कर रहा हूँ काफ़ी टाइम से फॉलो. फाइनली
हाँ जी.
गॉट टू टॉक विद यू.
श्योर.
I had a couple of questions. One is, I'm in the market again, so I'm looking out for opportunities. And
ओके.
मैं अपनी पिछली 2 जॉब से ये वाली अपॉर्चुनिटी ग्रैब करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, बट फॉर सम वन और अदर सिनेरियोस मतलब वो नहीं हो पाया. तो like the kind of opportunity that I'm looking for is a big company, mostly because of the name, because it helps, and
श्योर.
Fang and all. And second is something related to AI. I'm
ओके.
front-end engineer, full stack mostly, anything and everything related to JavaScript. So first thing is basically I want something with the name, because जैसे मेरे को अब 6 साल हो गए हैं इंडस्ट्री में, एंड हैविंग अ नेम ऑन योर रिज्यूमे काफ़ी इजी हो जाती हैं चीज़ें.
श्योर.
तो फॉर दैट आई एम नॉट गुड एट डीएसए. तो देर इज लाइक दिस वन थिंग दैट आई नीड टू गेट ऑन विद, विच इज़ डीएसए. आई थिंक आपने अ वाइल बैक कुछ इससे रिलेटेड अपने टेलीग्राम पे शायद कुछ कोर्स,
टेलीग्राम पे?
कुछ टेलीग्राम पे
आई एम नॉट ऑन टेलीग्राम.
मे बी, और इधर योर डिस्कॉर्ड कुछ
ओके, क्या क्या बोला था?
कुछ कुछ ऐसा मतलब डीएसए रिलेटेड कुछ कोर्स वगैरह सा कुछ था.
नहीं, मैं कोर्स तो रिकमेंड करता ही नहीं हूँ. बट सी, विद हाउ मच एक्सपीरियंस डू यू हैव नाउ?
6 years.
6 years. तो the goal should be you should not get into the DSA trap, because
बट
6-7 years पे पूछना ही नहीं चाहिए DSA आपको.
हम्म.
वो टिपिकली, सी क्यों पूछते हैं DSA? दैट इज टू फिगर आउट whether you're good at problem solving or not,
एग्जैक्टली.
because you don't have projects to show. That is why DSA route.
I
But
do have projects to show.
hmm,
मतलब that's I was a data scientist, but
hmm,
not very good. फिर मैं फ्रंट एंड में स्विच हुआ बिकॉज उधर अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं मिल रही थी, बट फ्रंट एंड उस टाइम पे काफी बूम कर रहा था. तो द ओनली वे आई गॉट अपॉर्चुनिटीज वाज प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क. तो मैंने
hmm,
बनाए थे काफी प्रोजेक्ट्स, अभी रिसेंटली भी दोबारा बनाना वगैरह स्टार्ट कर रहा
okay.
हूँ. बट ये जो फैंग वगैरह रिलेटेड कंपनीज हैं, ये डीएसए पूछती हैं स्टिल। लाइक आई एम अप्लाइंग फॉर ऐसी 3 roles, बट दिस लास्ट फॉर डीएसए। इनफैक्ट
Still they're
गूगल,
asking.
या गूगल में 5 राउंड, 5 राउंड, जैसे भी एक एचआर से बात हुई थी, 5 राउंड है, पांचों डीएसए, डोमेन से रिलेटेड तो कुछ पूछ ही नहीं रहे हैं।
Hmm.
तो अब दिस इज द स्टेट ऑफ द करंट, यू नो,
So what is the question? I'm still not clear on the question.
या माय बैड।
अभी पूछ रहे तो पूछ रहे यार, अभी मेरी थोड़ी सुनेंगे वो। अभी क्या कर सकते हैं बता, क्वेश्चन क्या है वो बता।
मेन
अभी
क्वेश्चन
गूगल
ये
अगर
है,
पूछ रहा तो पूछ रहा है भाई, मैं क्या करूं बता।
मेन क्वेश्चन ये है, फर्स्ट इज कि हाउ टू, you know, get going with DSA quickly, if you can help me out with that. And second is like, जैसे आजकल एआई असिस्टेड कोड जनरेशन काफी चल रहा है। मतलब मैंने अभी रिसेंटली थोड़ा बहुत स्टार्ट करा है कर्सर वगैरह के थ्रू, बट हाउ टू गेट रियली गुड एट इट एंड मतलब बी ऑन पार विद जो भी इंडस्ट्री में आ रहा है।
Okay, so how to get good at DSA? I'm probably not the expert on that because मुझे DSA के बहुत जमाना हो गया है. But I'm sure others who are, there are 49, 50 people, maybe somebody can answer that. But what I know is practice is the only thing. You have the fundamentals, you've done the work. Now it is a matter of, 10 lead code questions every day for 3 months and हो जाएगा.
10
But
एक दिन में?
4 से शुरू कर.
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
But practice है, रोज करनी है. It's a way of training your mind. That is what it is. There's no rocket science to it. Right? So that's one. The second one is, what was your second question?
Like how to be on
AI.
par with
AI.
AI.
Yeah. So, see, there are two ways to look at it. The way I would look at it at your level of experience is, first, you should be able to solve a problem without AI. You should not be
Okay.
dependent on that. That's the first thing, because you have that experience. Second thing is, if it takes you 1 hour to solve something using a cursor or a co-pilot, you should be able to do it in 30 minutes or even
On AI.
lesser. No, with AI, I'm saying.
With AI. Okay.
You should be able to do it much faster. But with your experience, you should take the output and say, okay, in this big piece of code that has been written, I probably will rewrite this function, or this is extra, I will not use it. Don't just blindly keep using it, because you should have enough experience to know कि ये extra है, ये नहीं चाहिए हमको, ये bloat कर रहा है code को. You should be
मतलब
able to figure that.
this has been my experience. मतलब I tried using cursor at work. तो हो क्या रहा था कि till some point it is good. After that मेरे को ही ज्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ रही थी जो वो गंद बना रहा था
Exactly.
उसको ठीक करने के
Yeah.
लिए। तो अगर मेरे को कुछ स्पेसिफिक बिल्कुल अलग से कुछ नया पीस ऑफ फीचर लिखना है तो वो सही है, ठीक लिख देता है। पर
Correct.
अगर कुछ एग्जिस्टिंग पीस ऑफ कोड में कुछ करना है तो लाइक 9 आउट ऑफ 10 टाइम्स वो ज्यादा गंद मचा देता है जो मेरे को
That
खुद
is
ही ठीक।
exactly what I'm saying. But you should also do these kind of experiments at home, outside your work environment, so that you can keep trying the new things that keep coming out. Right? And that is how you stay relevant.
सो दैट बाय द टाइम वो इतना अच्छा हो जाए तो यू आर ऑन टोज कि तुम वो
You know that, right?
implement.
So you should have a small environment in your home setup on your home laptop, and you keep trying whatever new model comes out, and spend some money on that. चैट जीपीटी का पेड सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो, 2 महीने यूज करो, वो निकाल दो, फिर एंथ्रोपिक का ले लो, फिर वो निकाल दो, फिर जेमिनी का कुछ एडवांस ले लो. बट स्पेंड सम लिटिल बिट ऑफ मनी ऑन दिस, इट्स ओके, बिकॉज दैट इज योर इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑन योर सेल्फ. और बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेंसिव नहीं है. 3-4 हजार महीने का डालोगे तो हो जाएगा, 2-3 टूल्स आ जाएंगे इसमें से.
इतने में बन जाती है बात.
That's how you stay relevant. Simple.
Makes sense. By the way, one more question on the sideline of finding job. Like I have my last 3 stints were like 1.5 years. तो आई वांट दिस स्टिंट टू बी अ लिटिल लॉन्गर, ताकि मतलब यूं ना लगे कि जॉब हॉप करता रहता है।
या
तो
या
इज इट लाइक बेनिफिशियल टू हैव दैट, या फिर मतलब ऐसे कुछ एचआर वगैरह लोग इतना ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं करते इन चीज़ों पे?
करते तो हैं,
करते हैं।
करते हैं।
ठीक
It
है।
all depends, यार. But typically, if you look at a profile and every 1-2 years there is a jump, naturally आपको भी question आएगा ना.
कि
आप भी
ज़्यादा
किसी को
लंबा
हायर
होता
करोगे,
रहेगा।
है ना?
मेक सेंस।
In your team also, if you are recruiting and you see the guy jumping every 1-2 years, you will see like, भाई क्या चल रहा? What the heck? What is wrong?
ठीक
It's
बात
a
है।
logical question,
हम्म।
but it's not a showstopper. And everybody is doing it these days, right? There is hardly somebody who stays in an organization 5-7 years. Those times are gone now.
या
So it's okay. I mean, it's fine. Don't put pressure
इतना ना
because
सोचने के बारे में।
today to say कि मैं इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जी मरते दम तक रहूंगा, 10 साल रहूंगा, अरे वो
इतना नहीं।
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ही उड़ जाएगी क्या पता. तो
वही
ठीक
है।
है, छोड़ उसको.
ठीक है।
और स्ट्रेस लेने के लिए बड़ी चीजें हैं, इसको छोड़ दे. ठीक है.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर
ऑलराइट,
योर टाइम।
चीयर्स मैन, बाय. हाय कार्तिक.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Karthik.
sir. How are you, sir? Am I audible?
Good, good, very good.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि अभी अभी मैं
Can you
फ्रेशर
speak a
हूँ.
bit louder, Karthik, please?
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, now I'm a fresher. I'm a find. I wanted to look out jobs in cloud and DevOps domains. We had a conversation, I think, 1 month back, I guess, where you guided me to start out things and do public में learning अपना share करो, ये सब करो, and I'm on that. I'm on that way. But my question
Okay.
was, like, if I say any particular, like, if I prepare for configuration management, and that if I say, prepare for Ansible in that, मैं उस वो थियोरेटिकल और हैंड्स ऑन एक्सपीरियंस में मुझे थोड़ा गैप लगता है सर. आई एम नॉट दैट कॉन्फिडेंट इवन दो आई प्रिपेयर. आई मेक नोट्स बट वो थोड़ा गैप लगता है मुझे. आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू हाउ टू go on that.
Sorry. So you're saying, let's say you're studying Ansible, and then you think कि आपको practical implementation में थोड़ा gap लगता है. That's what you're saying.
हाँ, वो प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में उसको और अच्छा और मुझे गेन कॉन्फिडेंस करने के लिए और कैसे उसको अप्रोच करना चाहिए वो मुझे पता नहीं चल रहा.
Okay. So, okay, मैं आपको एक completely अलग तरीका बताता हूँ पढ़ने का. राइट. एक तरीका ये है, आपने एक बुक खरीदी या एक कोर्स खरीदा, राइट, या यूट्यूब ट्यूटोरियल लेके, एंड वो आपने पढ़ा या लेक्चर देखा, देन यू मेक नोट्स आउट ऑफ इट, एंड देन यू ट्राई एंड क्रिएट समथिंग. उसका एक्सरसाइजेस किया एंड यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट. दैट्स द ट्रेडिशनल वे ऑफ लर्निंग, राइट. I will give you an exactly opposite way of learning, and that is, let's say you want to learn, let's say Docker container. You want to learn Docker. Okay. So first you study what the heck is a Docker container, because you don't know, right? So you say, okay, this is a container, this is how it works. Okay, let's try and create a container. तो अभी क्या करना पड़ेगा कंटेनर के लिए? डॉकर सेटअप करना पड़ेगा. ओके, डॉकर सेटअप कैसे करते हैं? लेट्स गो रिसर्च. ओके, डॉकर का डाउनलोड आ गया, मैंने डॉकर सेटअप कर लिया, हो गया. ओके, अभी क्या करूं? अभी कंटेनर बनाना है. उसके लिए क्या लगेगा? हाउ डू आई क्रिएट अ कंटेनर? यू डू दैट सर्च. देन यू विल फिगर आउट, ओके, यू नीड अ बेस इमेज. ओके, बेस इमेज कहां से मिलता है? देन यू फाइंड आउट, ओके, व्हाट इज अ गुड बेस इमेज टू टेक? ओके, देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एल्पाइन. ओके, लेट्स डाउनलोड एल्पाइन. ओके, वो डाउनलोड किया, सेटअप किया. उसके बाद आई ऐड सम बाइनरीज इनटू इट, देन आई क्रिएट अ बेस इमेज. ओके, नाउ व्हाट डू आई डू विद दिस बेस इमेज? right? Where do you store base images? Okay, you store them in a container registry. What is a container registry? Read about that. So basically what you're doing is you are trying to do something, you don't know how to do it, and then you're figuring out how to do it, and then you're trying to do the next step. So in this there is no note making, there is nothing, it is only practicals, right?
Okay.
So you understand the difference. When you try doing things this
Yes.
way, then you know that okay, I've done this and this, these are the 10 problems that came, this is how I solved them. There is no theory in this. You are just reading enough to be able to solve a problem and move ahead. And when you do this, you also keep a note of what problems you had and how you solved them. That automatically becomes your blog entry.
Yes.
Okay, so try this approach. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes. And
Yeah.
one thing, another question I had was of projects, sir.
Hmm.
कि projects जो है I should start now even though I don't have any मतलब अगर if I have no skills on that or if I have some knowledge of that, should I start doing projects on that or should I wait till I gain all the knowledge and
No, start
start doing?
doing. Only then you will gain knowledge, na? How else will you gain knowledge?
नहीं मतलब
Start doing
थोड़ा
project.
theoretical something.
स्टार्ट साथ साथ में करो यार, अदरवाइज क्या कॉपी भरने के मार्क्स नहीं है ना, ओनली प्रोजेक्ट
हाँ.
इज व्हाट मैटर्स, राइट?
Yes.
सो स्टार्ट, प्लीज स्टार्ट.
And
Okay.
one thing is out of these boundaries of these projects and uh, of consistency in a week. If I say I read for 4 days, not in a very good pace, but on the fifth or sixth day or seventh, the next 3 days of the week, I'll just be quiet and not do anything. I wanted to improvise on that. If any suggestions you have.
Do you have a job right now?
No, sir.
Okay. What happens if you don't get a job for the next 6 months?
Uh, I have to work hard. I guess I have to figure out what's wrong, what went wrong on that. No, oh, for
No,
6 months, it's I'm kind of a safe, but not too safe. Financially, I'll get hit once after 3 4
you'll
months.
get hit.
I'll be currently gone. Yes, yes. After 3 4 months
Correct.
for sure.
So one very simple way of doing that is put a 3 months you are safe, right? That's what you said, for
Yes,
example,
yes. 3 months.
right? So uh, on your screen put a post-it, okay, and write there 90 days.
No.
कल उसको स्क्रैच करके 89 कर दो. The next day make it 87, 88, 87. Have a counter running for 90 backwards.
Okay.
And if that doesn't motivate you, nothing else will motivate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
Simple, right? फिर कुछ नहीं हो सकता. No YouTube video, no bullshit will motivate you. If that counter
I
doesn't
understood.
motivate you,
Yes.
then you can go home and sleep. कुछ नहीं हो सकता फिर. Sorry. कुछ नहीं कर सकते फिर.
And,
ठीक है?
and for
I
jobs, sir,
have
should
to.
I apply? Okay. Okay.
यार
I
अप्लाई नहीं
will.
करेगा तो कैसे मिलेगा ना? ठीक है. I have to take other
I'll
questions,
just connect
Karthik.
you. Yes, sir. I'll
Sure.
just connect you afterwards.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thanks, guys. Hi, Prakash. Go ahead, please. I can't hear you, Prakash. No. Yeah. नहीं यार. Okay, let me go somewhere else. Prakash, you fix this. I'll come back to you. Hi, Gaurav.
हाय सर,
हाँ जी,
आवाज आ रही है सर? सर
अरे
पहले तो
बढ़िया जी।
हेलो सर, थैंक यू लिंक्डइन पे इतना ऐसे कनेक्टेड रहने के लिए और इतना कंसिस्टेंट रिप्लाई देने के लिए। मतलब कि 3 4 5 मैक्स टू मैक्स घंटे में आपका रिप्लाई तो आ ही जाता है।
थैंक यू यार।
तो, तो उसके लिए बहुत थैंक यू। मतलब वैसे ये वाला तो फिर भी वीकली आता है, लेकिन लिंक्डइन पे जो आप कनेक्टिविटी दिखाते हो उसके लिए बहुत सारा थैंक यू। तो लिंक्डइन पे ऑलमोस्ट तो जवाब आप दे ही देते हो रेगुलर बेसिस पे।
हाँ,
फिर भी मैं पूछ रहा था कि अभी मेरा सेकंड ईयर ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो गया, थर्ड ईयर स्टार्टिंग होने वाला है, और मैंने थोड़े से टॉपिक जैसे एनसिबल और टेराफॉर्म ये सब डेवऑप्स के बाकी है, और बाकी सबका मैं रेगुलर बेसिस पे प्रैक्टिस भी करता हूँ और वो भी करता हूँ। तो अभी मैं सोचा हूँ वो क्लाउड करने का। तो डीएसए वीएसए ऐसे सब टॉपिक जो हो गए, इसको मतलब मुझको ओवरव्यू आइडिया है कि क्या होता है और क्यों चीजें काम करती है, लेकिन इतना नहीं है कि इस पे कमांड है। जितना मतलब डेवऑप्स पे मैंने हैंड्स ऑन किया है, एडब्ल्यूएस पे प्रैक्टिस की है, उतना मतलब उसका डेवऑप्स का कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं लगा या फिर कुछ भी नहीं किया। बस मोटा मोटा जितना सिलेबस में पढ़ा है वह शायद 2 3 दिन पहले एग्जाम के पढ़ के हो जाता है। तो डीएसए
ठीक है।
वीएसए मुझको करना चाहिए, और अभी मैं इंटर्नशिप भी कर रहा हूँ इधर ही आईटी सपोर्ट में। और इधर ही मैं सोच रहा हूँ इसके बाद थर्ड ईयर में इधर ही मतलब एक बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी है, वो बहुत ह्यूज यूनिवर्सिटी है, 180 एकड़ की, तो उसका नेटवर्किंग होता है। तो थर्ड ईयर में मैं सोच रहा हूँ नेटवर्किंग को थोड़ा और अच्छा करके यहीं पे नेटवर्किंग का आईटी भी लग जाऊँ, आईटी इंटर नेटवर्किंग के भी। तो वो लोग
ठीक है।
अच्छा पे भी करते हैं। तो मैं आप क्या
ओके
सजेस्ट करोगे? तो उसमें लेकिन डीएसए करने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, डेवऑप्स हो जाएगा। तो डीएसए के लिए आप क्या बोलना चाहोगे?
यार, अगर कैंपस प्लेसमेंट क्रैक करना है तो उसके लिए डीएसए करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज वो कैंपस में डीएसए पूछेंगे,
नहीं,
राइट?
मतलब कैंपस ही अच्छा है, कैंपस की प्लेसमेंट अच्छी नहीं है।
हाँ करेक्ट, इसीलिए मैंने ये बोला कि अगर कैंपस प्लेसमेंट में अच्छे कंपनीज आते हैं और वो क्रैक करना है तो डीएसए करना पड़ेगा। लेकिन अगर वो नहीं करना है, द अदर राउट विच यू आर डूइंग गुड वर्क इन नेटवर्किंग, उसके थ्रू वहां से कुछ क्रैक करना है, फिर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता डीएसए का। फिर वो लोग प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस देखते हैं, तो दैट इज अ गुड पाथ देन।
तो जो मेरा आईटी का जो वो बनेगा, तो उसका कुछ वैल्यू होगा? जो कॉलेज में मैं काम कर रहा हूँ मतलब पेड ही है, ये पेड है, और मैं प्रॉपर एज एन जो वर्क होता है रैक वैक का और नेटवर्किंग कैसे होता है, कोई जब चीज हम लोग से
हेलो गौरव, हेलो, गया ये।
Hello. Hello.
हेलो,
Yes, Savinder sir. Hello, I am audible.
हिमांशु, hang on, I have
Himanshu,
to check
Himanshu.
with.
Yes.
Yeah, wait, hang on 1 minute. Prakash,
Yeah.
can we try? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I am he'll be like.
Not you,
आवाज आ रही है
हिमांशु।
सर आपकी?
Hang on. हिमांशु रुक जाओ, मैं प्रकाश से बात कर रहा हूँ अभी। Just hang on. प्रकाश, speak something. Let's check. नहीं यार, no, I can't hear you. Try removing the headset and just see if the laptop works. Okay. नहीं यार, आवाज ही नहीं आ रही। एक काम करो, आप आपका मशीन रीस्टार्ट करके रीजॉइन करो, ठीक है? ओके,
Hello. Can I sir?
1 second, one. Wait, Himanshu. Gaurav, are you back? Gaurav? Gaurav, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
हाँ हाँ, अच्छा।
Okay. So your question was about doing this. Uh, can you hear me, Gaurav?
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
Okay. So your question was about DSA.
और
right? So
ये जो
हाँ,
इंटर्नशिप है ये असर डालेगी कि नहीं?
तो internship में your effort should be, once you understand how the networking is done, try and introduce some automation in that. For example, if these guys are working in this VMware, then you should try and use the VMware automation. See if you can automate some things in vSphere. See if you can use some Ansible. So that will make sense. Because just doing bare bone infrastructure will not help now. वो 10 साल पुराना काम है. It is good to know, but you have to bring in the automation elements there. That will help then. Then it's a good one. Okay?
हाँ, और जैसे अभी कनेक्शंस का, जैसे अभी थोड़ी कनेक्शंस मतलब लिंक्डइन पे मैं अच्छे से बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, और कनेक्शंस
ओके तौफीक.
यस सर.
हाँ जी बोलिए आप. सॉरी यार काफी देर से वेट कर रहे हो आप.
सर आवाज आ रही है क्लियर?
हाँ हाँ आ रही है. बढ़िया.
हाँ सर, एक्चुअली सर मेरा 21 में पास आउट हुआ है इंजीनियरिंग, और मेरा जो इंजीनियरिंग पास आउट हुआ है वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड टेलीकम्युनिकेशन से हुआ है. तो सर उसके बाद में 1 साल तो वो कोरोना का पीरियड था सर, तो उसमें 1 साल तो क्या करना है उसी में चले गया, यानी मैं डिसाइड ही नहीं कर पाया. लेकिन फिर उसके बाद 2 साल के बाद सर मैं 2 साल से यानी गवर्नमेंट प्रिपरेशन कर रहा था. तो सर उसमें भी अभी हो नहीं पाया. अभी ऑलमोस्ट 3 साल निकल गए और 3 साल का सर गैप आ गया है. तो अभी क्या सर, इंजीनियरिंग में वो टाइम पे ज़्यादा ये सॉफ्टवेयर रिलेटेड से तो काम था नहीं, लेकिन लिनक्स पे पहले से थोड़ा बहुत ये था, एक्सपीरियंस था, यानी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था, जस्ट देखता था मैं किसी को, तो यानी करने की मैंने ट्राई किया था. तो लिनक्स सर अभी फॉलो कर रहा हूँ उसको, लिनक्स पे प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ. और सर अभी जैसा आपके वीडियोस देखा है, जैसे डेवऑप्स वगैरह रिलेटेड, तो उसमें एक क्लाउड ऑप्स करके कोर्स जैसा देखा मैं, तो उसमें यानी चीजें इतना पता चली कि जैसा ज्यादा उसमें कुछ यानी इन डेप्थ नहीं जाना है, सिर्फ आपको लिनक्स, थोड़ा बहुत नेटवर्किंग और एडब्ल्यूएस अगर आपने कर लिया तो आप क्लाउड ऑप्स के जॉब्स वगैरह क्रैक कर सकते हैं. तो सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि जैसा आपको पास्ड आउट तो मैं 21 का हूँ, तो सर वो 3 साल का गैप कैसा कवर करना, और अभी फिलहाल कोई प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह कुछ है नहीं शो करने को रेज्यूमे में वगैरह.
तो तौफीक प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है कि वो 3 साल का गैप कैसे कवर करना है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अभी स्किल क्या है.
हाँ अभी स्किल तो सर लिनक्स आता है, लिनक्स और नेटवर्किंग पे काफी यानी अच्छा पकड़ बन गई है.
हाँ बट उससे जॉब नहीं मिलेगी ना.
हाँ
काली लिनक्स और नेटवर्किंग से कौन नौकरी देगा आज.
हाँ काली
राइट.
लिनक्स
तो
में
अपने स्किल पे
नॉर्मल.
फोकस करो. वो 3 साल को छोड़ दो. उस पर रोक के कोई फायदा नहीं है. अब वो तो निकल गए
हाँ
ना.
वो तो निकल
अभी
गया सर.
उसको छोड़ दो ना. अभी गैप है तो है. क्या कर सकते हो आप.
नहीं
बोल
सर,
देना कुछ
लेकिन अभी
पर्सनल
जैसे
प्रॉब्लम थी, घर पे थी, कुछ बोल देना. वो फोकस नहीं है. फोकस ये है कि अभी स्किल नहीं है जिसकी वजह से जॉब मिलना मुश्किल हो रहा है. वो प्रॉब्लम है आज.
अच्छा.
तो उस
और
पे
सर ये
फोकस करो.
क्लाउड ऑप्स के लिए क्या क्या स्किल्स गेन करना पड़ेगा?
यार ये सब क्लाउड ऑप्स ना वो सब हवा है. बात तो वो है कि कोर स्किल्स चाहिए. These are all made up words. What the hell does cloud ops mean? Nothing. There, somebody's just made it up to sell their own courses.
Okay.
Right? You have to go back and learn the fundamental skills. Then, whether it is cloud ops or DevOps or ops or whatever, you will get the job.
Okay. Like, sir, go into this domain. Like, what skills we need to develop?
There is a 2-3 videos which I have made on detailed roadmap. You can go and watch those. Then you'll get the
Okay.
knowledge. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
All right.
sir.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Kaus. All right, Prakash. Let's try again.
Hi, Savinder sir. Can you hear me now?
Ah, finally, yes.
Sorry. So it's my bad. Actually, I some system issue. So I connected through the
Restart
phone
always
now.
works, man. Come on.
So
Anji,
thanks for
bolo.
giving me an
Okay, ji.
opportunity to talk to you, Savinder sir.
Sure.
Basically, I have two questions. One is so in today's right, when I connected with most of the DevOps who works on some product-based companies, right, and even some of the friends who work on service-oriented company also. So they are saying, I mean, so it's a rumor could be, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it. So DevOps jobs today are handled by the developers. Hence, so in future, so there might be some, there will be no role of DevOps, or maybe there will be no DevOps team. So because nowadays most of the developer itself handling the DevOps jobs. So what's your thought? Like, is it true, or like is it just kind of a rumor?
It's not true.
Okay,
DevOps will be relevant. The shape and form of DevOps will change, but it will be relevant at least for the next 5, 7, 10 years. It's not going anywhere
okay,
because now all this AI, ML is coming. So then we will move to these kind of pipelines. Yes, what they're saying is right, that developers are doing the DevOps roles. That is correct. But that doesn't mean that the DevOps team does not exist. In that kind of setup, it might not be called DevOps, it might be called a platform engineering team, it might be called an SRE team. नाम
yeah,
अलग अलग हैं, काम रहेगा.
sure, sure, sure.
तो फालतू में
So
घबराओ मत. It's okay.
yeah, yeah. So you're saying it is not going to impact anything on the DevOps engineers.
No, no, it is not going to go.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the kind of work will change for sure, but
true.
the job is not going out anywhere, not anytime soon.
Sure, sure, sure. And the second thing is just I want to connect with you for a one-on-one session. So how can I reach out to you for that?
I have stopped doing one-on-ones for a while now. If you have a question, you can send me a message on LinkedIn. I will respond as fast as I can. Or I do these lives every 2 weeks. We can talk again.
Sure, sure.
Okay?
So thanks,
All right.
Ravinder. That's what I wanted to check.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. Suhail, go ahead. Hanji, Suhail, go ahead. Suhail, I can't hear you. Okay. Praful, go ahead, please. Praful, you there?
Hi, sir. Good evening. Hello.
Hey, Praful. Yep.
Can you
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
please.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Go ahead, Praful.
Yeah. There must be some lag. I will start. Yeah. That I'm basically aiming to become a DevOps in with Gen AI products, and I have multiple questions around this. The first question is, I am transiting, and that's why, as you can understand as well, that my DevOps skills are not up to a very advanced level. So I have recently read a lot of forums and blogs, and I have got this suggestion and reviews around Code Cloud. It's a Singapore startup. Uh, so what do you suggest, or what's your perspective on it? That how this kind of platform can help, or is it better to go directly to AWS lab kind of options to improve your skill? This is the first question. Then the second question I wanted to
Hmm.
ask, with Gen AI products, at least in my experience, around the industry. DevOps just want to build products. I'm not saying that that's how it needs to be generalized on all the DevOps, but this is just my experience that DevOps basically aim to develop products as fast as possible. However, in order to make a really enriched product or a good product, required, especially like how the data is being organized and other things. And as I am constantly experiencing that DevOps are giving more and more responsibility now, how the database needs to look like, how the logic, business logic needs to work, they are not just building something, but rather than building something good. So these are my two first questions. Then I can have a follow up question.
So, Praful, how much is your experience?
So as a data science ML, I'm experienced more than 4 years. As a DevOps, I'm working since let's say 1.5 year or so. But
So,
recently, like in the last 6 months, I'm working as a cloud. So I'm working with AWS partner. Yeah.
so total about 5.5, 6 years. Yeah. And
Yeah, roundabout.
which country are you located? Praful, which country are you in?
I'm currently located in Germany.
Germany. Okay. You can switch off the video. Probably it'll save some bandwidth and we can talk. Let's try that. Okay. So, to your first question, if you've already worked an year and a half in DevOps, then why are you looking at platforms like Code Cloud? What do you want to learn from there?
So basically, my exposure in the last 1.5 year was not like as a DevOps or a full-fledged DevOps to develop products.
Okay.
I was always giving like a specific role on the products, and that's why now like I'm feeling like I need to know, like for instance, at least how can I develop like basic architectures, like in when I'm working with cloud services like AWS or on Google, like I know like full-fledged complex projects or maybe enterprise level projects. So this is the gap which I wanted to fill up, and I don't know if Code Cloud can be useful. That's basically my question is, what's your
Okay. So
suggestion?
see platforms like this Code Cloud and all, right? They give you a constraint environment, right? Which is good for starters. Which means if you don't have any idea about software or DevOps, then it's a good platform to start with because things are controlled. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 will happen, right? It's a great platform for starters. If you already have 5, 6 years
Mhm.
experience, then this is not a great platform because this is a controlled environment. You need to, real life is not controlled, real life is not protected environment, real life is
Yeah,
jungle.
yeah.
Yeah, so for you this is probably none of these platforms are good for you because you have experience. You have to start from scratch, you have to create things on your laptop, they have to fail, you have to learn, you have to fix them. That's the right way of learning. Had you been a fresher or in third year of college, my answer would have been Code Cloud is great, go with it, right? But exit out of that as fast as you can because come to real life. But to start with, those are good platform, but not for you. You have the experience. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, but can you suggest something like, yeah, I totally agree with you. But can you suggest something? So for example, I don't feel that I'm a full-fledged DevOps. Like I have
Mhm.
pretty, I I know stuff, but I am not on a point till, like, for example, implementation of a certain mid-level architecture. So I just wanted to ask, what would be your suggestion that how, like, my kind of group of people can benefit, or how can they transit quickly to feel confident
Sure.
as a DevOps, but also having like other domain expertise, which I have, like in data science and AI and ML. So
Understood.
yeah.
So I have a video which is titled How I Would Learn DevOps from Scratch. Okay, go and look at that video that talks about how do you set up a pipeline, where do you get the code from, how do you set it up on your laptop, then how do you take it on the cloud, then how do you containerize it. That will give you a very detailed roadmap on what you need to do, and you can start from your laptop. You don't need any other subscription. Everything you can figure out on your own. So please go and have a look at that video. Okay.
Thanks. And how do you think for the second question I asked?
Sorry, what was the second question again? Sorry.
As I have expressed that, um, what I have expressed that in short,
Hmm.
that generally nowadays DevOps are being told to implement architectures very fast and very scalable in a very short span of
Hmm.
time. However, in order to develop like good products or good quality products, there has to be a lot more experience required by DevOps. But of course, DevOps is such a big thing right now in its own that people cannot go into other domains, and how, of course, the entire team works in order to develop the product. That's a very big factor. However, we know that in DevOps, they influence a lot into the product development or how the product basically develop. How do you think that a good DevOps practices where, of course, the implementation of new features or a scalable and fast development is a priority, but also like thought process or thinking through can be can be also include for a good DevOps engineer. So, any
Okay.
thoughts on that?
So, yeah. I have a video on which is titled "Do Not Do This DevOps," which talks about exactly what you're saying. That if you're doing this, and this, then that is not DevOps. So have a look at that video. That will answer exactly the question that you're answering. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Profil. Bye. All right, Shreya, go ahead, please.
Hello,
Hi, Shreya.
sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, my name is Shreya Singh. I have completed my 12th from the ICC board in the
Hmm.
month of March 2024. Then, sir, I have given the JEE exam. Then I could not able to clear that, and I have taken 1 year drop, and then again I'm not able to clear that, sir. So at this point of time, I'm not having any confidence, no knowledge, neither any experience. So,
Hmm.
what steps should I take in order to be a very good job role in my upcoming 4 to 5 years? What steps should I take?
So, what are you doing right now, Shreya?
Right now, sir, I'm doing nothing. Like, just I have given my J exam and I'm not able to clear that.
अच्छा. So, अभी result आया ना उसका तो.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But what is the next plan now? What kind of college do you want to get into? So, J is out of the question now. Drop that. Forget
Yes,
about
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
But now what? Do you want to do some MC, some BCA? What's the plan now? What
Sir,
do you want to do?
I don't have any plan. I'm
हाँ,
still for
लेकिन
the
कुछ तो करना
guidance.
पड़ेगा ना. कुछ तो पढ़ना
So,
पड़ेगा.
yes, sir.
ग्रेजुएशन तो चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
And
So, what
okay.
according to you might be right for me at this point of time?
So see, the good part is you easily have 3 years, no matter what course you take. Let's take you do a BCA, MCA, whatever route you decide to take. You have at least 3 years before you graduate,
Yes, sir.
right? Now the good part also is कि वो करने की वजह से आपको नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, वो क्लियर है
Yes, sir.
ना? तो विच मीन्स आपको एक ठप्पा चाहिए कि मेरा ग्रेजुएशन हो गया, right?
Yes,
The
sir. Yes, sir.
college doesn't matter that much. The studies in the college don't matter that much, right?
Yes, sir.
Because वो कॉलेज से प्लेसमेंट होने नहीं वाला, उससे जॉब मिलने नहीं वाली, वो क्लियर होना चाहिए आपको,
Yes, sir.
right? लेकिन just to have a degree on paper you need that, so you should do that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but then your focus should be to learn the skills on your own. जैसे अभी आई डोंट नो आप कब से चैट में हो, आपने अभी देखा एक लड़का था जो 3rd ईयर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में था, जिससे अभी थोड़ी
Yes,
देर
sir.
पहले मैंने बात की, सुना वो आपने?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो वो 3rd ईयर में है, अभी पास आउट भी नहीं हुआ, इंजीनियरिंग का 1 साल और बाकी है, इंटर्नशिप ऑलरेडी कर रहा है,
Yes, sir.
राइट?
Networking and all that stuff he was
हाँ,
telling.
नेटवर्किंग वाला था एक, उससे पहले भी था लड़का, एक तो अभी जो
Oh,
नेटवर्किंग वाला था, एक उससे पहले था। ये वीडियो भी आ जाएगा, 1 घंटे में ऑनलाइन आ जाएगा, तो वो
yes,
देखना।
sir.
उससे पहले भी एक था जो ऑलरेडी जॉब कर रहा है 3rd ईयर में,
Yes,
तो
sir.
दैट इज वेयर यू वांट टू गेट एट। सी कि आपकी 2nd ईयर 3rd ईयर में ऑलरेडी इंटर्नशिप लग जाए, ताकि आपको वहां से जॉब मिल जाए।
Yes,
ओके,
sir.
तो विच मीन्स अभी दुनियादारी छोड़ दो और अभी खुद पे काम करना शुरू करो, अपना कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाओ, और एक पढ़ाई की आदत है आपको, आपने जेई की तैयारी की है, उससे ज्यादा पढ़ाई
Yes,
तो
sir.
दुनिया में कहीं नहीं है,
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो अभी पहले तो 2-4 दिन का ब्रेक ले ले, थोड़ा डिस्ट्रेस हो जा, चिल मार, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। ये आईआईटी का प्रॉब्लम निकाल दो दिमाग से, ट्राई कर लिया आपने, नहीं हुआ, व्हाट इज द बिग डील यार, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। आज मेरी टीम में मैं आईआईटी वाले को बंदे को हायर करता हूं, मैंने खुद आईआईटी नहीं किया है, मेरे से भी नहीं पेपर क्लियर हुए थे, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इट इज ओके। तो पहले तो वो स्ट्रेस हटा दो लाइफ से कि मेरे से क्लियर नहीं हुआ। आप ये देखो, आपको पढ़ाई करने की आदत हो गई है, अब हो गई है ना? कितना पढ़ते
Yes,
थे
sir.
दिन में आप, श्रेया? कितनी देर पढ़ते थे दिन में?
Sir, self-study I used to do 8 to 9 hours.
8 to 9 hours. I can promise you, if you put between 4 to 5 to 6 hours every day, in 1 year you will be at a much better position than almost 90% of people that have spoken today. That I can promise you, right? वो कैसे
Yes,
करना है वो आपको आ गया है। अभी पहले तो 3-4 दिन का ब्रेक ले लो, थोड़ा रिलैक्स करो, उसके बाद एक प्लान बनाओ और प्लान पे एग्जीक्यूट करना शुरू करो, और फोकस रखो, घबराओ मत, कुछ नहीं हो जाता,
okay,
ठीक है?
sir. So should
मेरे
I
चैनल
go
पे,
for the private
हाँ
college, BTech and all that stuff?
यार देखो श्रेया, आपको कॉलेज से प्लेसमेंट तो मिलने नहीं वाली, राइट?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तो घर वालों के जहां कम से कम पैसे लगते हैं वो कर लो, सिंपल है, क्योंकि काम तो
O-
आपको खुद ही करना पड़ेगा, तो क्यों पैसे
Open
खर्चा रहे
school.
हो एक्स्ट्रा, है ना? तो जहां कम
Sir,
पैसे में डिग्री मिल जाती है वो ले लो, अभी क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना?
sir, तो ओपन स्कूल ही आप बोल रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूं कि प्राइवेट कॉलेज में जाके बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेंसिव वाला कोर्स करके फायदा नहीं है।
Hmm.
You need a good degree, you need a good proper bachelor's degree, do that,
Yes, sir.
right? But उसके साथ साथ parallelly खुद स्टडी भी करो, that's what I'm saying, okay? And keep the
Okay, sir.
focus on that, ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks Shreya. All right guys, we'll have to be a little quick, it's over 2 hours now. I'll just take another maybe 2-3 more questions. Yes, who's next? Vijay? Go ahead.
हेलो सर।
Hi, Vijay.
हेलो सर, मैं विजय खराडी पुणे से बात कर रहा हूँ।
Okay.
सर अभी मैं सेकेंड ईयर बीसीए में हूँ। उसके साथ मैं अभी इंटर्नशिप कर रहा हूँ पीएचपी लारावेल और रिएक्ट में।
Hmm.
मुझे कुछ 4-5 महीने हो गए करते हुए। और एक क्वेश्चन रहता है कि लारावेल या पीएचपी जैसा फ्रेमवर्क कुछ फायदा मुझे इन फ्यूचर करेगा क्या? और व्हाट शुड आई डू नेक्स्ट इसके बाद इंटर्नशिप के बाद?
So ये see PHP itself बहुत फोकस्ड लैंग्वेज है, राइट?
हाँ
सो
सर।
खाली PHP या खाली PHP का लारावेल करके कोई बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला। आपको फुल स्टैक करना पड़ेगा,
हाँ सर।
क्योंकि ये तो सिर्फ फ्रंट एंड है ना।
हाँ, मतलब एक बैकएंड को इतना ही। हाँ सर।
बैकएंड भी करना पड़ेगा, पूरा स्टैक सीखो, प्लस फ्रंट एंड में ही अगर रहना है तो PHP के अलावा और भी चीजें हैं, पूरा फ्रंट एंड कवर करो पहले ढंग से।
सर मैंने फुल स्टैक जैंगो और रिएक्ट से किया है, लेकिन कंपनी को रिक्वायरमेंट वो नहीं है। वो मुझे लारावेल और रिएक्ट से काम करो।
नहीं वो ठीक है, लेकिन आपको इस कंपनी में भी और काम करना, मतलब और दूसरी कंपनीज में भी काम करना है ना,
हाँ सर।
तो बाकी भी तो काम करना है ना अभी।
हाँ
तो अभी के लिए लारावेल ठीक है। सॉरी, PHP की बात कर रहे हो आप? सॉरी। ओके, सो लारावेल इज ओके, लेकिन और भी एक्सपैंड करना पड़ेगा ना आपको,
हाँ सर।
राइट? तो PHP से आप क्या कर रहे हो, क्या बिल्ड कर रहे हो उसमें?
सर मैं अभी सीआरएम सैस पे काम कर रहा हूँ। बहुत मतलब उस उन्होंने कहा है कि तुझे इस पे 3 से 4 महीने काम करना पड़ेगा।
तो उसके
और
API कॉल्स कर रहे हो आप PHP से?
एपीआई अभी एक स्ट्रक्चर बना रहा हूँ, पूरा मॉडल से
हाँ,
उसके बना रहा हूँ।
हाँ।
और अभी
तो PHP
उसके
यूज
लिए।
करके CRM के कॉल्स कर रहे हो?
हाँ सर, वैसे ही स्ट्रक्चर एक बना रहा हूँ।
तो इसका फ्रंट एंड किस में लिखा है?
रिएक्ट में सर।
रिएक्ट में लिखा है, तो रिएक्ट भी आता है आपको?
हाँ सर।
तो गुड, तो दैट इज फाइन। सो देन आपका बैकएंड PHP वाला हो गया एंड
हाँ
फ्रंट एंड
सर।
रिएक्ट में हो गया।
हाँ सर।
ठीक है। तो और भी इसके साथ साथ, ये तो आपका ऑफिस का काम है, तो इसके साथ एक और फ्रंट एंड वाली लैंग्वेज एक दो और फ्रंट एंड वाली लैंग्वेजेस सीखो, ताकि फ्रंट एंड पे ऑप्शंस आ जाए।
हाँ
बैकएंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए कोर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज, नोड जे सॉरी अपना .NET या जावा या गोलैंग वगैरह आता है कुछ?
सर बैकएंड के लिए मैं जैंगो यूज करता हूँ, विच इज पाइथन फ्रेमवर्क। सो
जैंगो भी
इज
ठीक है,
दैट
दैट्स
ओके?
फाइन, दैट्स फाइन, दैट्स फाइन। तो और थोड़े आपके खुद के भी कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ, उनको भी डालो ऑनलाइन, दैट विल
हाँ
आल्सो
सर।
हेल्प।
श्योर सर।
ठीक है, ओके,
हाँ सर।
थैंक्स विजय। All right, I'm just going to take the last two and then we'll wind up. It's over 2 hours now. Yes, Gaurav, go ahead, please. Gaurav, you there? Gaurav, I can't hear you. No, Gaurav, I can't hear you. Aditya, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Hanji,
Hello.
go ahead, Aditya.
Uh, it's very nice to meet you. I'm talking to you for the second time now. Actually, we had a talk before on the similar session, Ask Me Anything. And
Okay,
उस टाइम पे आपने एक एडवाइस दी थी, मैं आई वाज इन बिटवीन माय इंटर्नशिप के इंटरव्यूज एंड ऑल, एंड
okay.
I told you what my stack was, how I did, and आपने एडवाइस दी थी कि if you have good in you were good in Terraform or something like that, so why not just implement that thing during your interviews? And I pulled out that stunt in
Hmm.
between my interviews and I got selected.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so
Nice.
in between my interview, while he asks me introduction or something, तो मैंने introduction में last line में बोल दिया था कि I have
Uh,
a good project that your JD, that your JD matches. I have on standby. I have completely automated it, and I can deploy it in front of you in the same interview or something like that. He took that hook और उसने बोला कि ठीक है बता दो या बता दो क्या थिंग है and I had it automated on GitHub Actions and everything. So only I had to do is run the workflow. So I said कि
ठीक है
everything is set up. Okay, this thing is going on EKS, AWS EKS. तो उसको क्लस्टर वगैरह बनने में 15 मिनट तो लगेंगे. What I'll
करेक्ट
do is I'll start the workflow and I'll tell you how I did it. ठीक है, वो बाकी कोड
हाँ
वाला explanation मैं बाद में कर देता हूँ. I'll start the workflow until then.
ठीक है ठीक
So
है
I did it. He got impressed. Now the thing is कि
परफेक्ट
now yeah now that opportunity I got it. But the thing is the company I'm working for उसका product development stage में है अभी. ओके
अच्छा
एंड और मैं हूँ 8th सेमेस्टर में, मेरा 4th ईयर है, 8th सेमेस्टर है. आई हैव
ओके
वन ऑफर फ्रॉम माय कॉलेज प्लेसमेंट्स, बट कॉलेज
ओके
इज अ थर्ड ईयर कॉलेज एंड उसका प्लेसमेंट बहुत अच्छा नहीं है बेसिकली.
ठीक है
वो 3.5 4.5 के रेंज में हूँ मैं. एंड
ओके
अकॉर्डिंग टू हाउ डेवऑप्स इट इज करंटली व्हाट आई एम वर्किंग ऑन, आई एम लविंग इट. मुझे क्योंकि
हाँ
डेवलपमेंट स्टेज में है, आई एम बिल्डिंग द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. और वो
हाँ
द थिंग इज दे वांट देयर एप्लीकेशन टू बी पोर्टेबल अक्रॉस द मल्टीपल क्लाउड प्लेटफॉर्म्स. तो मैंने
ठीक है
पहले 2 महीने में AWS और GCP कंप्लीट खत्म किया है. नेक्स्ट मंथ आई एम हॉपिंग ऑन Azure फॉर देम. द थिंग इज
ठीक
कि
है
मुझे पसंद आ रहा है बढ़िया, बट द थिंग इज कि उनके कंपनी का फ्लो इतना अच्छा नहीं है. प्रोडक्ट अभी डेवलपमेंट में है. आगे
हाँ
जाके कब वो रेवेन्यूज करना शुरू करेंगे, और
हाँ
वो
हाँ
फुल टाइम अगर मैं ज्वाइन भी हो रहा हूँ तो इट इज नॉट ए गुड पे फॉर फॉर स्टार्टिंग और समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो
ठीक है
व्हाट इज योर एडवाइस? मतलब do do I hunt out कि what do I hunt out where chances are very slim right now, क्योंकि the places I've been uh, putting my resumes and applying everywhere, it is like rejection वाली mails की तो flooding है हर जगह.
हाँ
And
हाँ
if I stay here, it's quite a long game, to be honest.
हाँ हाँ
How do I I'm a bit confused in between them.
and the campus placement that you have, okay, so that placement is about 3.5 4 lakhs wala,
Yes,
right? The
yes, but
campus one that
yeah,
you have.
but the issue there is कि वो इट्स लाइक अ जनरलाइज्ड प्लेसमेंट ना. वहां जाके मुझे मेरा डेवऑप्स रोल मिलेगा इसकी कोई गारंटी नहीं है.
हाँ, कोई गारंटी कुछ भी मिलेगा.
हाँ हाँ, कुछ भी मिल जाएगा. उनकी जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो बोलेंगे कि तुम मेरे लिए जावास्क्रिप्ट पे काम करो, तो मुझे मेरे पास चॉइस नहीं
हाँ
रहेगा. तो
करेक्ट एंड
दैट इज
आई एम
दैट
अज्यूमिंग,
आई सेट दैट. हाँ, बैकअप का बैकअप रखा है मैंने उसको.
समझा मैं समझा.
हाँ हाँ
सो दैट इज अ लार्जेस्ट कंपनी, तो वो कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं करने को,
हाँ हाँ, करेक्ट करेक्ट.
राइट? ठीक है. और यहाँ पे सैलरी आपकी ऑलमोस्ट उतनी है क्या, 3.5 4?
No, no. This is the internship stipend they give me ना. Half the time I'm
Oh,
at college. Night में
हाँ
I work for them. तो because I was hungry for this thing. I was hungry for experience at the time. मैंने
अंडरस्टूड
6 महीने पहले किया था एक इंटर्नशिप जो मेरी खत्म हुई. उसके बाद मुझे कॉलेज के साथ एक और इंटर्नशिप पकड़नी थी, मैंने पकड़ ली फटाक से. तो अब ये इंटर्नशिप खत्म होगी, मेरे पास 1 ईयर का डेवऑप्स एक्सपीरियंस होगा विद
करेक्ट.
विथ एक्टिवली वर्किंग ऑन प्रोडक्शन. अब तो डेवलपमेंट में सब प्रोडक्शन पे ही जा रहा है. तो
हाँ
मुझे मुझे ऐसा है कि अगर मुझे थोड़ा जितना भी 1 ईयर का डेवऑप्स एक्सपीरियंस आपके हिसाब से होगा, अगर उतना
हाँ
है भी, तो मूविंग फॉरवर्ड विद दिस, इस कंपनी के साथ तो लॉन्ग गेम है.
बट
हाउ
ये कंपनी हायर कर सकती है आपको?
दे सेड दे विल दे इट इज अ पोटेंशियल PPO ऑफर फ्रॉम दिस बिगिनिंग.
ठीक है. एंड
या
उसका सैलरी विल इज इट ऑलमोस्ट 3.5 4?
दे डिड नॉट कोट एनीथिंग ना, उसी का तो डर है कि मेरे
वो
पास
पूछ
कंपैरिजन
लेना.
के लिए भी कुछ नहीं है.
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ, पूछ
नहीं,
लेना उनको कितने दोगे.
हाँ मतलब मैं बिफोर आई टॉक डायरेक्टली ऑन दैट थिंग, उनको भी हिंट आ जाएगी ना कि इफ नॉट हिल जंप, ऐसा.
ऑफ
तो
कोर्स वो तो आएगी. देयर इज
मुझे वो
नथिंग रॉन्ग इन दैट.
नेगोशिएशन, हाँ देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग दैट, बट मुझे वो नेगोशिएशन का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है ना.
नहीं नहीं,
वो
नेगोशिएशन नहीं करनी है. सी
हाँ
द
हाँ.
थिंग इज यू कैन बी ऑनेस्ट विद देम एंड से हे आई हैव एन ऑफर फ्रॉम द कैंपस आल्सो, right? I want to make a decision that what do I do? I like the work that I'm doing here, but how much are you willing to offer? And that should be a fairly straightforward thing. See,
करेक्ट
what I'm
करेक्ट.
saying is, एक आपके पास 3.5 4 का ऑफर है, ये अगर ऑलमोस्ट उसके आसपास आ रहा है,
करेक्ट,
then stay with this.
हाँ हाँ
Stay with
समझा,
this for at least 6 months.
ओके ओके,
Okay. And once you have, after 6 months, you'll have more experience, then start applying outside.
ओके,
Because the trajectory in this path is much better than the other one. Because like you said, उसमें जावास्क्रिप्ट लिखने को बैठा दिया तो क्या करोगे उसके बाद? खत्म काम फिर,
हाँ हाँ वही इशू है. एंड द थिंग इज,
right?
इवन इफ आई एम अप्लाइंग फॉर डेवऑप्स रोल्स आउटसाइड, तो
हाँ,
उसमें भी वो जो क्लियरिंग चांसेस है, इट्स क्वाइट टेरेबल अकॉर्डिंग टू करंट मार्केट थिंग. उनके जेडी में
that's
इतनी कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजें लिखी हुई है कि दे एक्सपेक्ट एवरीथिंग टू बी, एवरीथिंग यू शुड नो. इट्स लाइक कि तुम्हें ये भी आना
that's
चाहिए, वो
what
भी
I'm
आना, वो भी
saying.
आना चाहिए.
So
हम्म
stay with this company, right?
हम्म
Tell them that I want to continue provided you pay me well so that I can continue and stay with you for the next 2-3 years. And
हम्म
अगर काम अच्छा है तो stay with them. There's nothing wrong. Because
हम्म
the jump you will get after 1 year will more than compensate for everything. Doesn't matter. देखो काम अच्छा
अच्छा,
है, आपको मजा आ रहा है, एक्सपीरियंस भी ढंग का मिल रहा है, तो स्टे देयर ना यार. सीख अच्छे से, 1 साल रुक आराम से,
हम्म
उसके बाद जंप मारना, एक्सपीरियंस आ जाएगा. फिर अभी जो रिजेक्शन वाला इश्यू है वो सॉल्व हो जाएगा अपने आप,
करेक्ट है,
है ना? तो
हाँ
ढंग
हाँ
का जंप लेना उसके बाद एक ही बार में,
करेक्ट,
है ना? तो टॉक टू देम, से दैट हे आई हैव अ कैंपस ऑफर, बट आई लाइक द वर्क दैट आई एम डूइंग हियर, आई वांट टू कंटिन्यू विद यू गाइस, प्रोवाइडेड आई डोंट लूज आउट फाइनेंशियली,
हम्म
राइट? तो
ठीक है,
मोटा मोटा मैच करा दो उससे, और should be
करेक्ट,
doable, shouldn't be a big deal, because you're not asking for 10 lakhs, you're
हम्म
asking for bare bone basics. 3-4 लाख तो आजकल सभी दे रहे हैं यार, उससे कम में तो क्या ही करोगे,
हाँ करेक्ट है,
है ना? So focus on this, make sure you don't lose out financially, stay with them for 6 months, 1 year, as long as you're enjoying the work, get the experience, then start looking out in parallel, and then make your jump.
okay, okay, got it,
ठीक है?
got it, got it.
Make sense?
Thank you for your
All right,
advice.
thank you,
I'm
Aditya.
really आपकी लास्ट एडवाइस भी एकदम बढ़िया काम कर गई. Now I will
Thank
try
you, yeah.
this.
Have fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been over 2 hours and 15 minutes. I've tried to speak to as many of you as possible. But as always, बहुत सारे लोग ज्वाइन करते हैं, सबको कवर करना पॉसिबल नहीं होता है. So if I couldn't talk to you, we'll try again in 2 weeks. I'll again try to cover as much as possible. From your side also, try and be shorter with the questions. But this time there were some really, really good questions here. And we didn't get time to read the chat. I didn't even look at it. So I'm sorry if I missed you. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Cheers, guys. Bye.